Coming to you live from Stuart, Florida, the greatest little town in the world. It's the Get Up and Go Show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-9788. And now, broadcasting live from their palatial studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Announcer. The time officially now 6:07 on February the 9th, 2021. It is the Tuesday edition of the program.
Oh, no. How will we ever get back to Bikini Bottom now?
Well, it's very simple. You get a GPS. That's the way you do it.
That may be the stupidest idea you've ever had.
Really?
And you've had some pretty stupid ones.
Well, I don't know about that.
Today is a very special day for us.
Okay, and why would it be a very special day? Well, that's because we are gracing you with our presence from our palatial radio studios right here in downtown Stuart, Florida. I want to say good morning to somebody that brings a lot of sunshine and beauty to the program. Not like I do, but good morning to you, Ms. Bonnie.
Oh, but you do, and that shirt you're wearing and the hat you're wearing is making me feel like there's a nice blue sky in here this morning.
Oh, okay.
And
well,
I
thank
appreciate
you.
that. And the Nike emblem on the hat.
Got to.
I'm enjoying that, too.
I have Nike underwear on, too.
Do you really?
I just thought I'd tell you. Got a big swoosh on my behind.
Can I order some of them from Amazon?
No problem. Just go on Amazon.com. You'll find it right there.
Like
they got all sorts. They got thongs, G-strings, bikini, granny panties. They got it all.
Granny panties with the Nike emblem. I could do that. I could certainly do that. I might even run in them. They might even be under my...
Oh, now if you start doing that, I'll have to start getting pictures of that one.
Only with an undergarment, of
there
course.
You go.
Something would have to rise above them.
Anyway, it's... It's the Tuesday morning edition, and as you could tell, we're off to a silly, stupid start this morning. If you want to partake in anything that we're doing this morning, you're always welcome to give the show a call. 220-9788, 220-WSTU. Bonnie, you flew out of here yesterday like Flash Gordon.
Wow.
What the heck was going on with you?
I had to get to my other job and had a massage at 10. I had to put contact lenses in, get my hair ready, put my hair in ponytail. Oh, get my table ready at work, and hot towels, too, provided for clients.
Okay.
So
I've never seen you with your hair in a ponytail.
I know, isn't that crazy?
Over the 1 year I've been married to you on the radio, I have never seen your hair in a ponytail. It's always down.
That's because I put it in a ponytail whenever I do massage, and then I guess with my clothing and my attire that I wear at work, I always end up feeling like a boy at the end of my shift.
Okay.
And then after I get out of massage, I just want to let my hair down. And on other occasions, I haven't been putting it up.
Oh, okay.
Including here.
Now, do you do you wear scrubs when you massage?
Yes, I was.
So
wearing
you
scrubs.
change when you leave here.
Yeah, sometimes I am wearing my scrubs when I am here.
Oh.
I don't know if yesterday I was wearing them.
I didn't notice it.
They're just plain black scrubs.
I'm surprised I didn't
with little
notice.
stringies off them.
Oh, okay. I didn't notice that. And usually I'm very observant.
I think it's because you're always used to seeing me in black. Black's
I don't know.
The color.
My wife she's got a thing about black. I don't know what it is. My wife always wears, every time we go out to dinner, my wife always wears this one black shirt constantly. All the time.
Now she's going to be camouflaged when she gets out of her big black
She'll be
truck.
like a chameleon.
We're not even going to see her.
She'll be like a chameleon.
Not even know she's in there.
I know. So you massaged yesterday, and what time did you work till?
Boy, I can't believe I got through it because I'll be honest, Evan, I was tired yesterday.
Were you?
Following Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. Yes, I got out there around 2 yesterday.
Okay.
But, when I got to work, I was just like working nonstop, including stretching people.
Do your hands ever get tired?
They didn't.
When you're massaging?
Sometimes they get sore, like your thumb will get sore. My thumb was getting sore. I worried about it a month ago. I think it came in with like the cold weather, something in pressure.
Okay.
And my thumb had been sore for days.
Right.
So I was afraid of using it. There's a rule in massage that you don't want to overuse your thumb because your saddle joint. It's called
saddle joint? Is that something you sit on?
It's called
like a saddle, like under your arse or something?
No, in anatomy, it's called the saddle joint that's in your thumb, and you don't want to wear it out. and you don't want to
Okay.
overuse it because you use your thumb sometime, but sometimes you use your elbow and your forearms, maybe the tops of your other fingertips in lieu of it, so you don't want to wear, I guess, one muscle joint out. You know, it's kind of like you got to have body mechanics too, and make sure you're not bending over too much during massage to wear out your back, wear and tear your back, because that can go too. You got to watch your body mechanics.
So what massage do you like specialize in? Because I know there's like all these different types. There's Swedish, which is kind of more on the not so deep side. Then you have deep tissue, where you basically kick somebody's arse. Then there's like Reiki, and there's Shiatsu, and there's Lomi Lomi is another type,
right?
Which is kind of like it's a Hawaiian type massage.
I haven't experienced that one, and I'll be honest, Evan, I don't know very much about Lomi Lomi.
Okay.
But I like the sound of it, so now I'm intrigued.
Okay.
Mine is a Swedish to medium.
Swedish to medium.
Yeah, or, sometimes I say it depends on the type of person. Maybe I can go medium to deep on you.
Right.
But I'll be honest, I'm
a wuss. I'm sorry.
If you're a 6-foot-tall man that's built like a tree trunk, meaning you got a lot of fiber... That's what I describe it as, like working on a tree, like a tree, because it's so fibrous.
You just called me a tree. Here's my branches.
No, not there's just
one.
just because
I
you're
love
big
it.
doesn't mean I couldn't work on you.
No,
But
I love
some
it.
people,
I love that. I think that's cute.
some people are more fibrous.
I'm going to go home
what
today.
I mean?
I'm going to say, Rachel, guess what? Bunny called me a tree on the air. Oh, let's build Noah's Ark. Why not? What the hell? Oh man!
I thought it was interesting
great.
talking to Linda, our plant lady, a while back about the trees.
Oh,
and
okay.
What she was telling us about the palm trees,
Okay.
and when she told me they're not good for wood burning because they're more like paper. They're
Right.
almost like paper or grass. Mm-hmm. Not as fibrous as your strong oak tree, I guess.
So now going back to what we were talking about. So you specialize in somewhere between Swedish and deep tissue. You're like right in the middle.
Kind of like a medium.
You're medium pressure.
Yep.
Now, if somebody wants deep tissue, can you get right down into the muscles? That's where like you use your elbows and your thumbs, and you start literally digging, almost to the effect of like you're getting like the skin under your nails. You're digging so deep.
That's with some, like I said, they're just like their muscle tissue is so vast that even if I dig down deepest as deep as I could go with my little elbow and get right in there.
So you do use your elbows sometime to kind of like manipulate, and like I'm doing here on the board, kind of like this.
You're right. You use the right terminology, manipulating the muscle.
Manipulate the muscle.
Yeah, that was good.
Wow.
But yeah.
I did my homework.
But some of these people, some of their muscle tissue is so vast that even digging the deepest with my little elbow is not going to do it. They need someone stronger sometime.
Have you ever had somebody come in that has huge traps, like their trapezius muscles are just like way out there, to the point where they have no neck? Have you ever seen that?
Sure.
Really?
I've seen all kinds.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. I mean, I'd be like, excuse me, where's your neck at? Oh, it's under your trapezius muscle. Okay. Because I've seen like a lot of bodybuilders and people that work out all the time. They have like these huge traps, but they have no neck. Period. No neck Nick. I had a friend named Nick.
Right.
I used to call him No Neck Nick.
That's how I
Triple N.
That's how I think when I think of Popeye. I think of that. If you're looking at Popeye from his backside, I picture Popeye with those big kind of traps and like that.
No
traps
neck Popeye.
So big and no
neck. No neck Nick. No neck Popeye.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And then you got little Olive Oil, who's like, if you work on Olive Oil, you're going to break her.
Jeez. Wow. Do you eat your spinach before you give a deep tissue massage?
Yes, I do.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, I do.
Now, do you ever do you ever massage? Do you ever?
The image of Popeye now is just. I don't know.
I'm scarred for life.
It's almost like we smoked something just now, and well, we don't. We didn't. We don't do that right here.
No. Oh my God!
The way your descriptions this morning, Evan, are just making me lose it.
Well, what can I say? It's just one of those mornings, and it's only Tuesday. It's the only second day of the week, for God's sake.
You know, there are different faces in the world. You know what I noticed when people are like lying face up, Evan, and I'm doing a massage? When that face sometime is upside down.
Upside down? You mean face
or
down?
Like face down.
In the cradle.
Say if I'm standing above you looking down at your face.
Yeah.
In the dark, sometimes these faces appear like they look like people that I know. They resemble like people that I already know.
Now, you know, I went to a massage place once eons ago when I was having some problems with my back down in West Palm Beach. And the massage table, they had the hole cut out for the table. And I didn't know what the hole cut out was for.
A hole that's cut out?
Yeah, there was a hole cut out in the table.
Was there really?
Yeah, there was a hole cut out in the table.
I don't know about that.
So it's where you put your face. It's like they didn't have a cradle. They just had the hole cut out.
Okay.
And then underneath was like a little shelf, and you could put a book there, and you could read the book. It had a little light.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, the guy that was excellent. The guy's a genius. Custom built it. Anyway,
that's crazy.
Yeah, that was nuts.
But I don't mind the idea. We do call it a face cradle.
Yeah.
Where we got that little hole in the cradle. It comes extends at the edge of the end of the table. And you have that little hole, and so people, when they're face down, they can breathe through it.
I'm trying to find out who just called us.
I think, it sounded like it was Jeff. When Jeff calls, there sounded like there was like a little sound in the background, too, almost like he was outside.
Yeah, I know. You hung up.
Anyway,
let's try it again. Hi, good morning. You're on the air with Evan and Bonnie. Who's this?
No, I didn't hang up on you. I picked up my phone, and when I did, I touched the screen, and this freaking phone, pardon my French, has a tendency to, cut you off when you
put your seatbelt on, all right? Put your damn seatbelt on, all right?
Yeah, you're squeaking.
I'm doing it right now.
So I was gonna blast you on the air for hanging up.
I you up and say, "What are you guys doing down there? There's two laughing and giggling and all that crap going on." Well, how can you be so happy at this hour in the morning?
You know what? That's just the way we are. We're just two happy campers talking about sticking your face in the hole of a massage table and having a shelf there with a light so you can read a book while you're getting your butt beat by the massage therapist.
Yeah, that's sort of like it.
So, Bonnie, you should customize your table when you start doing massages out
again. The only problem with that is I always fall asleep when they're working on me.
I don't know if you'd fall asleep if Bonnie was working on you. She'll kick your behind.
No, you actually fall asleep on my table, but there's a guy that I work with that does very deep tissue, and he says nobody falls asleep on my table.
Yeah, that's because he's one of those pain guys.
Oh, no pain, no gain.
Oh, here's the guy that's got to pass me. Oh, my God. You idiot. All right, just go on.
I've been seeing many tailgaters.
Are you having a tough time on the road this morning, Jeff?
Well, it's these guys in 30-mile-an-hour speed zones have got to go 50, and I'm going almost 40.
No.
And he's got to pass me like a race car, and here we're going to a red light anyway. I'm going to see him in 2 minutes.
I had a really
there
bad...
goes. He's got a red light. He's got to stop. Wait for me to catch up to him now.
Yeah, that's just the way it is. Some guys just have to be the aggressive one. They have to be ahead of everybody else.
There was somebody tailgating us hard on the turnpike yesterday. I got to say there was a huge truck.
Opposed to tailgating
big truck
you soft?
In the left lane.
What's the difference between tailgating hard and tailgating soft?
No, this kid with his little sports car, whatever he had, was right on my tail, and then he couldn't get in the left lane because there was a big rig in the left lane. I was in the right lane, but he, just took chances. He just really wanted to move, and he did, maybe gave us... what seemed like 3 or 4 inches, between me and the rig when he decided to switch lanes.
Do these idiots not realize that it only takes a splash to cause a real bad wreck in a situation like that? Can you imagine him cutting off and hitting hitting the semi and bouncing back and hitting you. And it would be a disaster. I mean, what are these? It makes no sense.
Those
I'm
thoughts,
sorry.
Jeff. Yeah, those thoughts. Thoughts crossed my mind a couple of times with this.
It's like those people I like to get out of the way because they're going to kill somebody, and I hope it's not me.
And you wonder what's the big hurry? What is so important with you in your life that you're putting other cars in danger? And then after he did that, I'm thinking of the other people on the road. When I look to my left too, and I see a lady and her young daughter following the semi, just trying to be abiding citizens and pay respect to the roads. I
was in Miami one time and saw one of those legs that they used to stand up a trailer with. Mm-hmm. Somehow or another, it fell out from under the truck. And, those things are nothing but a big piece of iron.
Yeah.
And it was coming back and flipping through it. And I'm telling you what, when you saw all the different ways that leg went, and it went right around me, but it didn't go around the guy behind me and the guy behind him. And I heard on the radio within minutes that it created a massive, car wreck on I-95 there.
Oh, boy.
And it's all because that leg fell out from under that trailer. And you're down there, you're like wall-to-wall cars anyway. You can't hardly get out of the way.
Well, right off the bat, you were wrong because you were down in Miami. So right there, you need to get your head examined for being down in Miami.
Even driving down that
Yeah,
way.
forget it. I mean, I avoid Miami as much as I can. If my kid wants to talk to me or see me, I'm like, get on the damn train and come up here to Port St. Lucie because I am not driving down to Miami.
The next time
Does he live down south there?
Yeah, he lives in Miami. He lives on the 24th floor of a beautiful posh condo overlooking Brickell.
Really?
He's living a good life down there.
Yes, so.
Yeah, what's he doing? You did a good job with him, boy.
Well, he's a photographer. He's a very well-known photographer down in Miami. So
that's even better. That kind of field, you got to be in the top 10 to get something like that.
I mean, I got one kid's a photographer. His twin sister is a canine cop for the city of West Palm. My oldest son is a branch manager at a major bank. My 17-year-old, soon to be 18, is working 2 jobs, and he's graduating high school this year. So I tend to think I did good with my kids.
You did, you did good.
Yeah, that is true.
You did good. If you kept them out of jail and you kept them, out of trouble, you can't do much more than that.
Oh, we had a bumpy road. We had a bumpy road with one of them, but he got his act together, and now he's very well established.
Hey, you have 4 kids. They can't always be perfect all of the time, but it sounds like you did do right.
Yeah, we got to run, Jeff. We're behind on news. Hey, have a great day, brother. Thanks so much. 6:24 right now. News time. Let's go to the news desk. Bonnie's standing by with the headlines. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. The FBI and the Secret Service are looking for a hacker tampered with the water supply of a city in Pinellas County. The hacker boosted the level of sodium hydroxide, or lye, in Oldsmar's water supply to potentially dangerous levels.
I think that's really the purpose of today, is to make sure that everyone realizes these kind of bad actors are out there. It's happening.
Oldsmar Mayor Eric Seidel, said the public was never in any danger. Well, the Martin County Fair is happening. It goes Friday through February 20th in Stewart amid the coronavirus pandemic, said Fair Manager Jay Spicer. Come out and live a little, Spicer said. Most of the fair is outdoors, all the food, all the entertainment. There's no reason why, if Universal Studios and Disney World can operate safely, that we can't in a smaller event. Martin County will be the 4th fair in Florida in 2021, he said, and it's taking cues from the South Florida Fair and the Manatee County Fair, both held in January. Those fairs followed Centers for Disease Control and Prevention safety guidelines, and no outbreaks were reported. As a result, Spicer said, he expects other upcoming county fairs from across the state to see how Martin County operates. Others have already done it, Spicer said. We're just following a successful formula. Both a stunning and concerning sight off of our coastline is raising concerns about plastic pollution and its impacts on sea life. Here's WPTV's Megan McRoberts.
I'm good with about a 20-pound dolphin meat.
Nearly 9 miles off the coast of Stewart. Gabriel Arrington shoots footage for his YouTube page, Blue Gaze.
Watch this, though.
But the focus quickly shifts from fishing.
That's sad.
As he and fellow YouTuber Kelly Young are overwhelmed by the amount of litter and plastics in the mix of lines of seaweed.
We got rope, we got plastic. You need some oil, we got you.
Their concerns peaking when a leatherback sea turtle comes just feet from their boat.
This whole thing is full of plastic. He ate some plastic. I couldn't get it all if I had to.
They look so much like jellyfish, it's insane.
Swimming and feeding in that seaweed where sheets of plastic look identical to jellyfish they eat.
Put it neutral.
You know, unfortunately, it's very common.
Dr. Tracy Mintzer with FAU says an abundance of plastic in the oceans has been a concern of scientists since at least the 1970s. But clearly a solution is still needed.
Worldwide, upwards of 20 million metric tons of plastic enter the oceans every year.
Arrington and Young took me to the shoreline along the St. Lucie Inlet.
It's just everywhere. It's all up in the bushes.
Where they tried to do their part.
Why isn't this the #1 topic in our world right now?
Every 5 feet, you'll probably pick up about 20 pieces of trash.
Experts say the plastics get here in many ways. Mintzer says even if plastic stopped entering the ocean completely today, it might take decades to see some big changes.
The ocean's actually pretty robust and in many ways can clear itself fairly quickly.
That's why Arrington hopes images like this one encourage people to do their part, whether it's through beach cleanups, using fewer single-use plastics, and being careful with how your plastics are disposed. Megan McRoberts, WPTV, News Channel 5.
And lastly, the city of Port St. Lucie is holding a virtual public meeting on Tuesday night to get feedback about proposed improvements for St. James Drive in Port St. Lucie. The recommendations include larger sidewalks, colored bike lanes, and lighting crossings to slow down traffic. The virtual meeting will run from 6 to 8 p.m. Anyone interested in attending can log on to our news partner, WPTV.com, for that link. Immediately after the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defeated the Kansas City Chiefs 31-9 on Sunday, Bucs quarterback Tom Brady texted an apology to Chiefs safety Tyrann Mathieu for several on-field verbal altercations, according to a source with knowledge of the situation. Brady apologized to Mathieu for losing his composure in the heat of the moment, of which Mathieu said, "I've never really seen that side of him." During the game, Brady and Mathieu sparred multiple times. At one point, Brady even chased him down and got in his face. Brady called Mathieu the ultimate competitor in his apology text and said he knew he needed to match Mathieu's intensity on Sunday. Brady also expressed his desire to apologize in person in the future. News time is 6:29. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
So if you incurred roof damage in the last 2 years, Code Red Roofers is there to help you with all of your roofing needs. Code Red Roofers, the roofers who respond 24/7. And there are flexible payment options for metal, tile, shingle, or flat roofs. Code Red Roofers. Se habla español. Code Red Roofers, 844-4-CODE-RED. That's 844-4-CODE-RED.
6:30 right now, the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie. It's the Tuesday edition. It's time for traffic and weather together. All brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
Slow down a little this morning. We have some foggy areas. And, you know, if you're going up north too on the Turnpike up in the Fort Pierce area, there's even a prescribed burn going on. This is way up at mile marker 170. So with the burn, the smoke in the area, and the fog, the visibility is a little bit more poor up that way this morning. Otherwise, no accidents, no tie-ups. There's your latest look at traffic. Right now in Stuart, 69 degrees, and in La Vista, Nebraska, a clear sky where it's chilly, 7 below zero. Ouch. Here's our forecast at WPTV.
Happy Tuesday, sunshines, waking up this morning to temperatures in the mid-60s and dense fog for the morning drive. A dense fog advisory remains in place until 9 a.m. This afternoon, highs in the low 80s, mostly sunny skies and a few spotty showers. Tonight, another round of fog possible with lows in the mid-60s. Tomorrow, highs in the low 80s, plenty of sunshine and light southeasterly winds. Temperatures staying above normal through the weekend. Scattered showers and storms possible Friday through the weekend as our next front approaches the state.
I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
Hi, this is Denny Artachi, host of the Today with Denny show, where we talk about financial and healthy well-being from a common sense perspective. This is a show where we cover what's on your mind, like local, world, and entertainment news. So tune in, have fun, share your story Thursday mornings from 9 to 10 a.m. on WSTU 1450 AM radio.
Hello, this is Gary Owen of the Owen Insurance Group. We are a local independent insurance agency located right here on the Treasure Coast. I've been a resident here for 34 years and have helped thousands of clients with their insurance planning needs. We specialize in life, health, and Medicare insurance planning. Don't travel the road alone. Let us be your guide. We are the Owen Insurance Group. Contact us today at 772-210-1020 or visit our website at oweninsurancegroup.net.
So, have you heard this one? A priest and a rabbi come into this radio station. Really, it's a priest and a rabbi. Right here, Friday mornings beginning at 9. Here on WSTU, AM 1450. Bring your questions and join their lively conversation with Father Christian from St. Mary's Episcopal Church and Rabbi Matt Durbin from the Temple Beit Hayim. It's a priest and a rabbi. Friday mornings at 9 here on WSTU.
This is WSTU Stewart, your Treasure Coast home of the Super Bowl champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
Get 'em up! Move 'em out!
Rolling, rolling, rolling. Keep those vaccines going. Even if it's snowing, it's time to get your inoculation and benefit the nation. Don't let conspiracies cloud your mind. It's just a little ouchie, courtesy of Dr. Fauci. Soon you'll be partying like it's 1999. Get up, take a drive, get out, get in line, wait your turn, get your shot, it's time. Get up, take a drive, get out, get in line, wait your turn, get your shot, it's time. Shot time.
6:34, the Get Up and Go show. It is a shot time, as they say, so make sure and get out there. If it's for you, get your vaccine. If you're a senior citizen, 65 and older, make sure and get your inoculation. It definitely will help prevent the spread of the coronavirus. We're not telling you to get out there. We're just suggesting, okay? That's all. We're not forcing anybody. It's not for everybody. That's all I got to say. Let's do some viral videos. So, Bonnie, you're going to like this one. There's a comedian by the name of Mandy Fabian who did a very funny video of what a 1940s phone sex operator would sound like. This is hilarious. Let's listen.
Oh. Hello, 1940s phone sex line. How may I help you? Oh, hello, Rex. How are you? Well, I'm swell, just swell. No, actually, I was just about to slip into the tub for a nice long soak. Well, I suppose you could say I'm a dirty girl. Oh, yes, I'm decidedly filthy. Utterly, wretchedly filthy. Well, now, Rex, honestly, what on earth would I be wearing in a tub? Not a stitch, that's what. Well, I suppose you can put that anywhere you like. Yes, that would be fine. Right there. Oh, I've never seen bigger. Yes, that's fine. Oh, that's swell. I like that. Oh, yes, I like that. Yes, I like that. Yes, I like... What's that? Oh, So soon. Well, aren't you clever? All right, Rex. I'll speak to you next week. And say hi to Ruth for me. Oh, and Rex, tell her to give me a call sometime.
The best part about that video is that, number one, it's in black and white.
Yeah.
Which kind of, makes it like the 1940s. Number two, she's wearing an earpiece, and she has on very conservative clothing. And while she's talking to this guy, Rex, on the phone, she has an emery board, and she's just filing her nails away.
Yeah.
Like they used to do back in the 40s.
Even her hairstyle, too, looks
Yeah,
a
the
little
hairstyle is kind of
1940s.
1940s as well.
She did it up right.
Yeah, that was good. I enjoyed that one.
I'm sure some of the old-timers and our real old-timers in our listening audience probably enjoyed it, too, Evan, taking them right back to the time.
Definitely so. Now, here's another clip we found on TikTok. And it's making the rounds again. I love TikTok. The videos are hilarious. Now, I'm not on TikTok. I don't make videos. I just, scour for videos to talk about. And it's a woman sharing how she and her roommate swiped right on the same guy without telling the guy on a dating app.
Ooh.
Okay, so let's listen.
So on this episode of Mini Shit, I got a little story for you children. I live with my best friend, which I would highly recommend doing, and our favorite nighttime activity is swiping through dating apps together. And when I tell you my friend came across this fine-ass man, she said that he was super sweet, offering to bake her bread, so I said, hey, can I match with him too? And she said, sure, why not? When I matched with him, he did a complete 180, became textbook F-boy with me, literally purple devil emoji, like, ah-ha-ha, does that mean I get to get some on our first date? What? He starts copying and pasting the exact same text to me and my best friend, not knowing that we're literally sitting on the same couch. And I go, wow, did you say this to all the girls? And he said, no, babe, just you. Just out of curiosity to see what his personality is really like, we scheduled dates on the exact same day. Different times, but same day. Tell me why he only gave 30 minutes to my best friend when she's the best person I've ever met and she looks like this. Are you kidding me? If we weren't roommates and if she didn't know at the time I was supposed to meet with him, she would have had no idea that she only had 30 minutes with this guy. So if you're trying to pull a fast one over my best friend, you picked the wrong girl. Ghosted.
How about that one?
Well, what are these girls doing home at night swiping to the same guy? I mean, they got a little adventurous, too.
Well, they were playing. They wanted to test this guy out.
And what are they thinking? I mean, there's probably, they're on social media. They're on internet. So there's probably tons of other girls swiping this guy, too. And this guy is just like a fella in a candy store. All
Pretty
these
much.
girls swiping him, and he's going to play, too.
Pretty much. They were basically playing them is what they were doing.
Yeah.
So, Bonnie, I was scouring, and of course, I always peruse the internet the night before the show to find things to talk about. And I found an article, and it's called Date Nights a Year Ago versus Today.
Oh, boy.
Date nights a year ago versus today. The 5 most popular date nights before the pandemic hit. And I have those. This is before the pandemic hit. Okay, number 5, going to a park. Okay, going to a park with your significant other. Number 4, outdoor activities away from home. All right, number 3, going to the movies. Okay, going to the movies. Coming in at number 2, going shopping together. And number 1, going out to dinner. Going out to dinner.
Yeah,
I used to go out to dinner at least once every 3 or 4 days with my wife.
That's great. Yeah.
Now, here's the most popular date nights right now, currently, with the pandemic. Coming in at number 5, it's playing video games. Coming in at number 4, game nights at home.
That's coming, that's coming between he and I. He's setting up our gaming system, and he's getting our Netflix and Hulu and everything going in the bedroom.
Now, speaking of Netflix and Hulu, coming in at number 3, movie nights at home. Okay.
We do a lot of that.
Coming in at number 2, cooking dinner together.
Yes.
And then coming in at number 1 is getting delivery or takeout.
Which makes a lot of sense, I guess.
Makes a lot of sense. So that's kind of like what it looked like before and what it looks like now.
You mentioned going to a park or something outside. That really should still be now, you would think. And, well,
it's
not
not
if
the
you live
same,
up
though.
north, but, up north, a nice thing to do is maybe go downhill skiing or cross-country skiing together. Yeah.
I have a list of the 7 dating terms that have come out of this pandemic that's going on, Bonnie. There's a language learning app. It's called Babbel. and one of their linguists just released a new report on the new dating terms that have come out of the pandemic. So I'm going to run through them. There's 7 of them, and they have definitions. These are new dating terms. Okay. Coming in at number 7 is smugsulation.
I've never heard of that.
Smugsulation. It's when a couple uses social media to flaunt how they're now spending all of their time together in person. It's called smugsulation.
Smugsulation.
Yes, smugsulation. Coming in at number 6, I can't even pronounce this. Quarrationship. Quarrationship. It's a relationship that started during quarantine and developed virtually.
Oh, yeah.
So you met your significant other virtually. Yep. That's why it's called a quarrationship.
And I wonder if that percentage went way up with people quarantining and the way they met in quarrationships.
Coming in at number 6 is FODA, F-O-D-A. It stands for fear of dating again, and it happens to people who haven't been dating since the pandemic began.
FODA. I thought it was Yoda's cousin.
No, yeah, maybe so. Coming in at number 4 is Annami. That sounds like a massage term. I'm here for an Annami massage.
Yeah, that really does.
Now, Annami means it's a Japanese term for drinking together online.
Oh,
okay. Annami.
Yeah.
Okay,
get that Zoom thing going. And
we'll have to talk to our friends from Japan when they're on this Friday and ask them that.
Yeah, if they know Annami.
Yeah, if they know what Annami means. Coming in at number 3 is lock blocking. Lock blocking. That means it's canceling or rescheduling a date because of new lockdown rules. Okay, lock blocking. Okay. Coming in at number 2, it's Corona zoned. Corona zone.
Corona zone.
Corona zone.
What does that one mean?
That one means when a physical relationship is delayed because of COVID fears, so you keep things virtual for longer than you would have in normal times.
You can't get naked together.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. That's like take your friend in the shower day.
Yeah.
Very good. And then coming in at number 1 is Zoomping. Zooping. Z-U-M-P-I-N-G. You know what Zooping is?
I don't think I want to know.
It's getting dumped over Zoom. It's where you dump who you've been dating over Zoom.
Yeah,
it's called Zooping.
Takes it to an all-new level, doesn't it? I wonder if that's worse than like getting that phone call and someone dumping you like they did in the past, or somebody ghosting you and maybe not answering your phone calls or just avoiding you.
Yep. Zooping. That's a good one. I've never heard of Zooping before.
Yep.
Have you have you ever when you were younger, which is not too long ago, but when you were younger, before you were married or before dating Gary, did you ever, when you were dating somebody and you wanted to break up with them, did you ever do it besides in person? Did you ever do it like over the phone or via text message or like write a note and give it to a friend to give it to somebody else?
Yeah, I think I did do
I've done it before.
I did one over the phone.
Yeah.
And I'm guilty of that. It's one of those where you leave the small town boy behind and you go to the bigger city and you're miles and miles apart. And, well, back in my day, we didn't have that instant text messaging right away or an email even.
So you did it over the phone.
So you do it.
I've done that too. I've done it over the phone. I've done it like back when I was in school, like if I was dating somebody, I would like write a note and I'd be like, I'd give it to my friend. Hey, can you give this to Penelope over there for me?
Yeah.
And then I'd like deliver the news via the letter.
And Evan, I got a question for you. Like if you could go back to your younger self with that, would you?
Not too long ago.
Which is not too long ago, right? But would you
40 years ago?
Would you tell yourself you would do it better? Like part of me wishes that I could go back and not be so immature about it and actually do it in person when I'm back up visiting the small town. Like if I should have done it in person, not something like over the phone.
You know,
be a man about it. Be a woman about it.
Not so much as that, but if I could have Oh, this hits a really soft spot with me.
Are you going to cry?
Yeah, this could cause a tear in my ear.
Okay, I'll get
tissue
ready.
It pertains to my dad.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, if I could,
Kleenexes are here.
Yeah, if I could have one moment in time, referring to Whitney Houston's song, I would go back and apologize to my dad.
Oh.
I would. Because I said some pretty mean things to my father when I was a kid. Growing up, I was like maybe 21. I didn't approve of some things that he was doing. So I just got down and dirty, and I finally blasted my father.
Oh,
and I
boy.
blasted him in the middle of the street in front of people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just because I didn't approve of some things he was doing.
You know what, though,
But
Evan?
if I could take that back,
yeah,
I think that's the one thing that I would take back is to be able to apologize to my dad and have that moment back.
You know what, though, Evan? Just look at it this way.
Yeah.
You are one of many, and you are not alone.
Yeah.
And when I look at how I got along with my parents, sometimes I did, sometimes I didn't. Sometimes I wish I could go back and redo things.
Yeah.
I have to take a look at the big picture and say, this goes on with millions and millions of relationships and people.
Of course.
And I think if we didn't make a mistake once in a while or feel like we did, we would have no moxie going forward, and we wouldn't grow.
Yeah. Definitely, though, I would definitely that's something I would take back. That's the one thing. If I could just sit with my dad for 5 minutes and just say, before he passed, I'm really sorry for what I did way back in the day in like the late 80s. I would want that moment back.
Something tells me that he's hearing you, and he's hearing you right now.
Yeah.
So it's okay.
Definitely so. It is 6:48 on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for news, all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Let's head on over to the news desk where Bonnie's standing by. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. A Treasure Coast COVID-19 survivor said Monday that residents can't let their guard down when it comes to the coronavirus. WPTV's John Shaman has the story.
This video marks the happy end to a very difficult January for Jim Coffey.
This is not the frickin' flu. Don't mess with it.
Coffey was admitted to Cleveland Clinic North on January 3rd with COVID-related shortness of breath. 3 days later, he had to be put on a ventilator.
And all the alarms went off. And the doctors and the nurses were all around me. And I just let go, man. I said, take over.
I get the emergency call in the morning that we had to vent your husband.
Jim Coffey would be on that ventilator 17 days.
I cried my eyes out. I dropped to my knees. I said, please, God, help us.
The doctor recommended Jim's wife call their son in Alaska. Max Coffey believed his dad, a 70-year-old realtor with no previous health history, would make it.
I knew that if anyone had a chance, he did.
Jim Coffey admits he was pretty cavalier about the coronavirus.
I just thought, well, I'm doing all this stuff, but it's no big deal. It's nothing. It's not nothing.
His message to everyone, get vaccinated. To those in the middle of a personal pandemic fight,
you don't give up hope. You keep praying. You send energy to your loved one. That's what saved me, I believe. I really do believe that.
Now in rehab, Jim has a long road ahead, but is getting better each day.
I even walked 50 feet without a walker.
All thanks to a dedicated team of medical professionals.
They're the best. They saved my life.
Jim says he'll be here at the Palm City Nursing and Rehab Center for another week or two before he can head home. John Shainman, WPTV, News Channel 5.
A light fever, body aches, and fatigue are among some of the side effects patients are reporting following their second COVID-19 vaccine. And WPTV's Olivia Michael spoke with one local expert that says the vaccine is working.
It's something to be aware of, but not to worry about.
A little temperature, perhaps some headache, aches and pains for a day, and feeling kind of fatigued.
Dr. William Schaffner with Vanderbilt University Medical Center says between 20 to 40% of vaccine recipients may experience side effects after their second dose.
It is common, but it is not the majority. Most people get either nothing or just get a bit of a sore arm.
He says the younger you are, the more likely you are to experience those effects.
Younger people actually have more of a reaction than those of us with gray hair because young people's immune systems are so much more robust than ours.
Schaffner says the vaccine stimulates an immune system response in preparation for if one day you do encounter COVID.
And in training for that, if you will, it actually begins to create an inflammatory and immune response in your own body. And as it starts to work, it can cause a few of those little symptoms.
He says while those symptoms are normal, it might be a good idea not to plan anything the day after your vaccination. If you have those symptoms or side effects after the vaccine, it does not mean that you have contracted COVID.
Be absolutely sure if you develop a little fever, aches and pains, or a headache, or feel fatigue after you get the vaccine, that's a reaction to the vaccine in those 24 hours after you receive it. You have not gotten COVID.
In Nashville, Olivia Michael, News Channel 5.
A 6-month-old baby and a 34-year-old man were seriously injured in a crash in Martin County on Monday night. The crash occurred along the southbound lanes of Florida's Turnpike near the Thomas B. Manuel Bridge in Stewart. FHP said the vehicle hit a guardrail, but no other details were immediately available. The child was in a child seat when the vehicle crashed, officials said. Both patients were airlifted to St. Mary's Medical Center in serious but stable condition. All lanes were blocked for the landing of helicopter, but all have been reported since 7:18 p.m., according to the Florida Highway Patrol. Lastly, a grandfather who pleaded guilty to negligent homicide in the fall of his young granddaughter from an 11-story window of a cruise ship docked in Puerto Rico was sentenced Monday to 3 years probation, according to justice officials. Salvatore Sam Anello of Indiana had pleaded guilty in the case in October. Defense attorney Michael Winkleman has said Anello would serve probation in his home state. The girl's parents sued Royal Caribbean in a civil case that is still ongoing. The city of Tampa will celebrate the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Super Bowl victory with a parade.
This win was from the Buccaneer team, but this win was for our entire community. And so they deserve to be able to celebrate along with the team.
No details yet, but Mayor Jane Castor says the Bucs parade will happen sometime this week and will be an event where everybody can participate and participate safely. News time is 6:54. Weather and traffic together next.
First time I stepped into St. Lucie Jewelry and Coins, I figured it would just be one of my many stops on my road to the perfect engagement ring. My fiancée means the world to me, so I wanted something extra special. I found a huge selection of engagement rings at great prices, and my worry about finding the perfect engagement ring was quickly replaced with exceptional customer service. St. Lucie Jewelry's over 400 5-star reviews really told the story. I finally picked a ring, and it was perfect. She was floored. And then the tears came.
Hi, this is Hawk Levy, owner of St. Lucie Jewelry and Coins. We're now celebrating 26 years, voted best diamond dealers, best jewelry buyers, and best jeweler year after year. Come celebrate with us in opening our third location at 1335 St. Lucie West Boulevard next to Publix. We invite you to take a tour of our competition, but then come see us last.
6:55, the time of the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. All brought to you by Waterway Dermatology. Dr. Ryan Schuring, located at 1050 Monterey Road in Stewart, bringing personalized health care back to dermatology the Waterway. Bonnie?
Well, just use caution this morning. Keep in mind north and southbound on the Turnpike up in Fort Pierce. There's the prescribed burn going on along with some fog in the area, so slow down if you're heading up that way. Use caution. Right here in Martin County, no accidents, and there's your latest look at traffic. partly cloudy at 67. Port St. Lucie and Cookeville, Tennessee this morning, 40 and cloudy. Here's our weather at WPTV.
Happy Tuesday, sunshines, waking up this morning to temperatures in the mid-60s and dense fog for the morning drive. A dense fog advisory remains in place until 9 a.m. This afternoon, highs in the low 80s, mostly sunny skies and a few spotty showers. Tonight, another round of fog possible with lows in the mid-60s. Tomorrow, highs in the low 80s, plenty of sunshine and light southeasterly winds. Temperatures staying above normal through the weekend. Scattered showers and storms possible Friday through the weekend as our next front approaches the state.
I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
Dermatology is now open in Stewart, a new independently owned dermatology practice with Dr. Ryan Shuring, board certified for your medical or cosmetic skincare needs. Office hours 9 to 5 Monday through Saturday with extended hours from 9 to 7 on Thursdays. Serving Martin and St. Lucie counties in the Monterey Triangle Building, US 1 and Monterey Road. Stewart Waterway Dermatology, bringing personalized health care back to dermatology the Waterway. Book a consultation at waterwayderm.com or call 561-926-6150 for Waterway Dermatology.
Here's a quick tip. If you're ever stumped for a business you can trust, the Martin County Business Exchange has more than 70 companies you can count on for good service and fair prices. Whether it's for you, your house, or your office, get online at mcbiz.us. You'll find local businesses you can count on for quality, service, and fair prices. Visit mcbiz.us. Martin County Business Exchange. It's just good business.
Unfortunately, in today's litigious society, too many Americans fail to have an effective estate plan and asset protection strategy. I'm attorney TJ Heineman, and I've been counseling families, businesses, and executives for 20 years. I can help you preserve your wealth, safeguard your assets, and protect your family. My law firm specializes in estate planning and administration, asset protection, corporate law, and real estate. For a free copy of my Family Estate Planning Survival Guide or a free consultation in my Palm City office, call me, TJ Heineman, at 888-5667.
Check out more and get in touch with Evan and Bonnie. Head to WSTU1450.com.
Coming up at 7 o'clock right here at WSTU Stewart, Martin County's Heritage Station. And in the 7 o'clock hour, we'll have birthdays, anniversaries, and back in the day, along with some stupid news. And coming up at 8 o'clock, Sheriff William Snyder is going to be here from the Martin County Sheriff's Office. Riveting entertainment, riveting radio, award-winning Get Up and Go show. We'll be back right after this. Don't go anywhere.
I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. The second Trump impeachment trial moves forward today with Republican Senator Lindsey Graham urging Democrats.
I know you hate Trump, but please pull back before we set in motion the destruction of the presidency by never-ending impeachments.
The former president is accused of inciting last month's deadly Capitol attack.
And if the former president is convicted, we will proceed to a vote on whether he is qualified to enjoy any office of honor, trust, or profit.
Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer struck a deal with House Democrats and former President Trump's lawyers that includes debate and a vote today on the constitutionality of the trial. Each side will then have 16 hours apiece this week to make their cases before potential witnesses could be asked to appear.
Fox's Jared Halpern, someone the former president pardoned, is
is now off the hook in New York, where Fox's Tanya J. Powers is live.
Dave, former 2016 Trump campaign chair Paul Manafort won't face mortgage fraud charges in New York after the state Supreme Court decided to let stand a lower court's decision on the matter. Last week, the New York Court of Appeals ruled that Manafort could not be prosecuted on double jeopardy grounds. Manafort was convicted in federal court of tax and bank fraud charges involving allegations he misled the U.S. government about lucrative foreign lobbying work, in addition to hiding millions of dollars from tax authorities and encouraging witnesses to lie on his behalf. Dave.
Tony, there's a promising coronavirus trend.
There's been a plateauing and a coming down of numbers of cases.
Biden COVID medical advisor Dr. Anthony Fauci, for the second day in a row, the number of new infections reported in the U.S. was below 100,000. A Supreme has died, Mary Wilson. That was the first of a dozen #1 hits for Mary Wilson, and the Supreme is one of Motown's most famous groups. She died in Las Vegas, age 76. America's listening to Fox News.
Heard the good news about COVID-19 vaccines? They're here, but you can do more than wait for your turn. Here's how. Stay at least 6 feet away from folks you don't live with. And it's risky to be indoors with them, too. And masks? Well, they protect both the person wearing them and the folks around them. Wear a mask, watch your distance, and make a big difference now.
Learn more about vaccines at cdc.gov/coronavirus. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
So much is happening, but who can you trust? You need to check out Newsmax TV, the fastest growing news channel in America. Watch it on all major cable systems and see shows with Sean Spicer, Greg Kelly, Lindsey Keith, Stinchfield, and Rob Schmidt. They're giving you the real story on Biden and Pelosi. So download the free Newsmax app on your smartphone now, or watch Newsmax on Roku, YouTube, Pluto, Zumo, and more. 30 million Americans watch Newsmax TV. So should you.
When he was impeached, Donald Trump was still president, a week after the Capitol riot that happened during the certification of Joe Biden's Electoral College victory, which President Trump had for 2 months complained was not legitimate, claiming it was fraudulent, and he actually won. All that has more Americans not so sure about democracy.
Just 16% in an Associated Press NORC Center for Public Affairs Research poll say democracy is working well or extremely well. 45% think democracy isn't functioning properly. Right now, Republicans are more likely to feel that way. In October, 68% said democracy was working at least somewhat well. The figure plummeted to 36% last month. The inverse is true for Democrats. About 2/3 of Americans say Joe Biden was legitimately elected president, but only 1/3 of Republicans believe so. One positive finding from the poll, 80% say a democratically elected government is the desired approach. Tom Rigotti, Fox News.
4 state police troopers are under arrest in Louisiana, charged with using excessive force while deactivating their body cameras, and also accused of making false statements in 2 cases in 2019 and last year. This could have been a disaster.
A water plant serving about 15,000 people in Pinellas County, Florida, was the apparent target of a computer hacker who attempted to add dangerous levels of a toxic substance. The FBI and Secret Service are now helping local officials investigate the incident, in which someone is suspected of accessing the treatment facility's computer system and increasing the levels of sodium hydroxide to dangerous levels. An operator at the plant noticed the change and reduced the amount of the chemical. Sodium hydroxide, known as lye, is used in extremely small amounts to control corrosion, but at high levels can be extremely dangerous to humans. Rich Dennison, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures are down, but not by much. The day after the Dow and the NASDAQ and the S&P 500 hit record highs. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
The professionals at Mark Breckville Certified Public Accountants are proud to sponsor Treasure Coast Solutions, a community service program designed to provide information you can use, a local perspective on national issues, local solutions to meet your individual concerns. At our firm, we believe that information is knowledge, and with knowledge comes the power to have a positive impact on our lives, businesses, schools, and community. If you would like one of our professionals to address your personal financial or business concerns, please give us a call to set up an appointment at 220-3380.
Why pay more to rent a space for your party when you could transform your kitchen and living space into the next amazing place for a great dinner party? Even with limited space, private catering can make your next event incredibly relaxing and memorable. Optimal Health Chef Inc. offers in-house catering for refined, elegant dining experiences for any private event. Optimal Health Chef Inc. has years of experience with exceptional private catering services, and we will do everything to make your next get-together with family, friends, co-workers, or business associates a most memorable one. As a result of the global pandemic, we are offering virtual parties. We plan your event, package the food in disposable individual containers, and deliver to your home. You then deliver to your guests, enjoy dinner, and their company virtually. For more information and to book an event, please call Daryl Lester, chef owner of Optimal Health Chef Inc. at 772-475-8493.
Are you looking for your dream home on the Treasure Coast? I am Eileen Simons, a licensed realtor with eXp Realty. My team and I can help you find your dream home. I bring 20-plus years experience in the residential real estate market, helping both buyers and sellers achieve their dreams. Call me at 772-200-5105 or visit our website at mydreamhomeusa.com.
Coming to you live from Seward, Florida, the greatest little town in the world, it's the Get Up and Go Show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-9788. And now, broadcasting live from their palatial studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
Thank you very much, Madam Announcer. 7:07 on the Get Up and Go Show, hour number 2 of the award-winning Get Up and Go Show.
Radio people are the coolest.
Yeah, we kind of tend to be really cool. You know, we tend to be really cool.
Shut up and take my money.
All right, I'll take your money. If you want to give me your money, then I'll take your money.
This does not strike me as a sexy romantic time, but okay.
Okay, well, I don't know what does, but if you want to, collaborate on that, please let me know. Time to get a little funky with the monkey on the Get Up and Go Show. That's our Get Up and Go Show band playing some tunes for you. That's Fredo at the helm leading the band. If you want to give us a call, you're more than welcome to 220-9788. We welcome your phone calls. We have open phones almost every single time that we're on the air. Not that anybody wants a call. I think people are shy to call, Bonnie, is what it is.
Well, we have like a huge portion of our listening audience that they'll be listening, Evan, for the longest time, but just never call.
Yeah.
And you're right. Some people are just very shy.
See that? You ask for phone calls and you get a phone call. There it is right there. All right, good morning. You're on the air with Evan and Bonnie. Who do we have the pleasure of speaking with?
It's Butch.
Hey, Butch. How are you?
It's good. How y'all do it on this morning? I'm just tuning on to the show and been enjoying it and the discussion, everything I'm watching on the Facebook.
Oh, cool. Where are you calling from, Butch?
I'm in Tennessee, Idaho. Do you know where that is?
Tennessee, Idaho. No, I don't.
No, not Tennessee. No, that's a different state. I live in Idaho. Not at Tennessee.
Oh, I thought you said you're calling from that state that begins with a T and then Idaho or something like that.
I've never been in Idaho. What's going on up there this morning?
Well, I just got up to go to have breakfast in kitchen and I have egg and I like an egg scrambled, single egg scrambled is what I have on breakfast. A single egg scrambled.
Oh, okay.
Is Trump lose for election on? Is it impeachment? And if he gets impeachment and wins, then he can go back to be president.
Well, if he gets impeached, they're not going to let him run for president again. He won't be allowed. So,
of course,
everything, of course, dampers on that on the trial.
Are you guys married?
Oh, Bonnie and I?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's my work wife. She's my work wife, and then I have another home life, and then I have another wife that just I play around with on the side.
You got cheat on your wife?
Yeah, sure. Why not? What the heck? We have an open relationship.
Yep.
You know,
and
we have
his
a great
wife,
time.
his wife is very open about it because she knows that he comes to work and he sees me every morning.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you lip kiss? Did you guys do lip kiss?
Oh, all the time. All the time.
Are you? Don't make honest. Can I say honest on you, Evan? Listen, I know I might not be as smart as guy, but don't make fun.
No,
on
I'm
me.
not. No, I'm not. No, you asked me a serious question, buddy, and I answered it.
So you seriously do a lip kiss with Bonnie?
Well, no, I'd kiss her on the cheek. Here, come here, Bonnie. Lean in. Mwah. There you go. All right.
Oh, I felt that one too.
There you go.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah.
That was warm and wet and wet.
What do you guys like on politics?
You know, we're really, no disrespect. We don't really talk politics on our show, though. It's just kind of we don't want to get in that kind of discussions.
What do you talk on?
We talk on, current events that are happening in the world. We talk
politics is happening in the world.
Well, yeah, but except politics.
We like.
How come?
We would like to ask you something like, who did you root for in the Super Bowl?
Yeah, who'd you root for in the Super Bowl?
For what?
The Super Bowl. You know, the big game that just happened?
That big current event that happened just 2 days ago.
Yeah, Super Bowl.
Okay. What do you mean? Huh?
Well, the Super Bowl, football. Football.
Yeah.
Super Bowl. You had Tampa and Kansas City playing. Who were you rooting
Tampa
for?
Tampa probably is going to win, most likely, I think.
They did win.
Yeah, they won. And you've heard of Tom Brady before, right?
Of course. I'd be an idiot if I hadn't. Of course, I have heard of him. I know exactly on who he is. I know exactly who he is. I could tell you any minute I could tell you 100 things about him, but I actually got to go. Egg is come out of. I got to get an egg on the stove.
Hey, listen, do me a favor. Get back to your radio show because I know he's a radio guy that called because I could tell by the tone of the call.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I could tell. I'm going to star 69 the number back.
Well, don't let it bother you too much, Evan. I rather enjoyed talking to him, and if he's calling fresh out of Idaho, like one of those fresh Idaho potatoes. I could go for a good Idaho potato right now.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me get his number. There we go. Okay.
Maybe he's our competition.
All right. So I'm gonna call him back on the air.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna call him back on the air. That's just me. That's just the way I am.
I don't know. I didn't detect that he was a radio guy that was calling, but I mean, I just thought he was maybe some young lad.
No.
That's and it's snowing
I could tell by
Idaho.
the tone of the call.
Oh, I see.
By the acoustics of the call.
Yeah. I want to say happy birthday, by the way, to my Aunt Mary up in northern Wisconsin. Hi, Mary.
Yeah, I want to get his name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello, who's this?
Yeah. Hey, who's this? I forgot to get your name when you called us.
It's Butch.
Butch. Okay, Butch. Just wanted to double check. So what?
My name, idiot.
Well, what radio market do you work in? Because I know you're a radio guy.
Evan, you think he is so smart, but just because I call on a microphone from a Shure SM58 that my friend Terry is by for me to make a phone call doesn't mean I was on a radio show. You think he's so smart. I was at my home using a Shure SM58 to make a phone call on a computer.
Well, I could tell you your compressor sounds really good, by the way. All right? There we go. So, bam, we nailed him. He's another radio station calling us, trying to punk us, is what he was doing.
Maybe we should punk a radio station.
No,
of course, we always do that to G and Ray anyway.
No. Time for birthdays, anniversaries back in the day. Bonnie, what do you have for me today?
Yes, young Timothy is my nephew in town.
Right.
Happy birthday to you, Timothy P. and Aunt Mary. We love Aunt Mary. She is such a good woman.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mary Ruha.
Very good.
Happy birthday. We love you.
Kelsey May, country singer, 22 years old. Kelsey May, 22 years old. Michael B. Jordan, 34 years old today.
Oh, yeah. He was the star in the Alexa commercial that we saw on the Super Bowl. Every woman now screams, yells at the Alexa, and hoping that it turns into Michael B. Jordan now, right?
Picking the garbage. Sorry, I had to get that number out. I wanted to save that phone number. I should give the phone number out and tell people to call this guy.
I'm just wondering, now you got me wondering, like, you have me wondering who he is.
I don't know. It's 208 area code, so I don't know. I'll Google the number.
What is a 208 area code?
I don't know. I'll find out in a minute.
Okay.
Ziyi Zhang. That's the butt-kicking Asian beauty from Memoirs of Geisha. 42 years old today. Charlie Day's 45. That's Benny in the Lego movies. Travis Tritt, the country music artist. Travis Tritt. You know who that is, Bonnie, right?
Yeah.
He's 58 years old.
Yeah, I know Travis Tritt. Of
He's
course.
58 years old.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm Googling that phone number because now this really has me curious who it was.
I wouldn't lay too much weight into it.
No.
You know, if the dude wanted to call us, and even if he is from
another
radio market,
I
that's
found
okay.
it. Yep. I found exactly who it was. It's a prank radio network, and they call various people.
Okay.
Yeah, I found exactly who it is. Yep. Definitely.
And so they record us to try to get funny bits for them so that maybe they can market something and resell it with some audio.
Well, I'm not sure.
If that's what they're doing.
Not really sure.
I don't know.
Not really sure, but it's a prank radio network that does things, is what they do. And they just happen to call people and do what they do, and it's called No Prank Radio. He has a channel on Twitch, is what it is.
So we've been pranked a little bit.
We were pranked, but that's okay. They can prank
it.
us. They can prank us all they want.
Would you rather be pranked or punked? I think I'd rather be punked by Ashton Kutcher now.
Oh, now there you go. Ciaran Hinds is 68. That's the Irish character. Irish character actor who played Mance Rayder. I have no idea who this is.
I don't know who
Mia
that
Farrow,
is
76 years old today. That's a name we know.
Well, everybody knows Mia Farrow.
Joe Pesci is 78 years old today.
Oh, he's wonderful in Goodfellas.
Yep.
And Casino.
Mm-hmm. Carole King, 79 years old today. That's the amazing singer-songwriter. Some of her hits included I Feel the Earth Move.
I feel the
earth
move
under
my feet.
Under my feet.
Wonderful
I feel
song.
the stars are coming round. Okay, all right, anyway. You Got a Friend?
I think she wrote that one.
Yep.
And before James Taylor sung it, too.
And then Will You Love Me Tomorrow and The Locomotion.
Yeah.
Definitely so. You know what today is, Bonnie? It's 3 days before the Year of the Ox.
And we're getting closer and closer to Valentine's Day.
5 more days.
Now we are, too.
5 more days till Valentine's
Only
Day.
5, huh?
But you know what today is, though? This is a national day. It's huge. It's one of my favorite days of the year. It's national. Wait a minute. It deserves one of these. I mean, it deserves a timpani roll.
Is it National Prank Day?
No, it's not National Prank Day. It's National Pizza Day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Now you got me.
Yeah, it's National Pizza Day.
And that's something to get excited about.
That's something to get excited about. Yeah, I think we should all get out and I wish there was a pizza place open this early.
Yeah.
I'd order a large. You know what I'd order? I'd order a large cheese pizza right now. And on my pizza, what do you like on your pizza?
I like that good Chicago-style deep dish pizza with the tangy sauce that sits there on top.
Oh.
With all the cheese, and you could have maybe pesto underneath or spinach in there.
Okay. I like, on my pizza, I like onions.
Yes.
I like a little bit of pineapple.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, pineapple's good.
I like the pineapple
Makes
with
it kind of like
ham.
Hawaiian pizza and ham.
Some people can't stand that, but you know, Evan, I love it. I love some pineapple and ham.
Now, if I don't get pineapple on my pizza, I'll do onions and mushrooms.
Oh, yeah.
But they have to be soft mushrooms. They can't be raw mushrooms, like fresh.
They have to be cooked.
They have to already be cooked.
Cooked and hot.
Yeah, cooked in hot mushrooms.
Yeah.
So like when I go to the mall, like when I go to Sbarro, I'll get like
pizza's good.
Their pizza's great. I love Sbarro pizza.
It's been a long time since I've had a slice of theirs.
But I like their Sicilian pizza.
Yeah.
The Sicilian is the square pizza. That's like the thick pizza.
Now you're making me want to stop at the mall and take a whole pie from them home.
Now, and here's something else. Rachel and I started eating frozen pizza from the grocery store.
Yes.
But we found a frozen pizza that's really good. I mean, it's so good. If I were to cook it and give it to you, you think I got it from somewhere.
You know, that doesn't surprise me
It's
because
DiGiorno.
I'm finding more of those. Oh, it's the DiGiorno?
It's DiGiorno 5 cheese stuffed crust.
Ooh.
The stuffed crust has cheese all the way around it.
Just melting in your mouth.
So
yeah,
that's the pizza we like.
It doesn't surprise me that you're finding these store-bought ones that are so good. I found one actually at Aldi's a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
Store-bought, and brought it home, and that pizza was just like so delicious. Seriously, if you put a blindfold on and you ate some, you would think you got it from like a local restaurant or something.
Okay.
But that's how good it was. We watched like a really good series about pizza and how it came about in Italy and that on TV the other night.
Mm-hmm.
So this Italian chef had to make the perfect pizza for the Queen.
Okay.
Queen Marguerite.
Okay.
And this is like how the Marguerite pizza came about.
Mm-hmm.
And with the first 2 pies that he brought out for the Queen, she hated them.
Oh.
She hated the first one. She hated the second one. There was too much garlic. There was too much this.
Mm-hmm.
But then he decided to make the pizza in the colors of the Italian flag for the Queen.
Okay.
Which was, if I know the colors now, I want to say what.
The Italian flag
red,
is green and red.
Red, green, and
white.
White,
yes.
yeah.
Because I do the Italian festival every year. I MC it.
Yeah. And so he made this pizza for the Queen with those colors and the color of the Italian flag. She ate. She thought it was great, gave a thumbs up, and that's the history of how the pizza Marguerite came to be.
Well, maybe somebody will make us a pizza this morning and bring it to us for breakfast.
Yeah.
That would be pretty nice. 7:22 right now, the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie, the award-winning Get Up and Go Show. It's time for news. Let's go to the news desk where Bonnie's standing by with the headlines. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. Well, both a stunning and concerning sight off of our coastline is raising concerns about plastic pollution and its impacts on sea life. WPTV's Megan McRoberts has details.
How good would about a 20-pound dolphin be?
Nearly 9 miles off the coast of Stewart. Gabriel Arrington shoots footage for his YouTube page, Blue Gaze.
Watch this, though.
But the focus quickly shifts from fishing.
That's sad.
As he and fellow YouTuber Kelly Young are overwhelmed by the amount of litter and plastics in the mix of lines of seaweed.
We got rope, we got plastic. You need some oil, we got you.
Their concerns peaking when a leatherback sea turtle comes just feet from their boat.
This whole thing is full of plastic. He ate some plastic. I couldn't get it all if I had to.
They look so much like jellyfish, it's insane.
Swimming and feeding in that seaweed where sheets of plastic look identical to jellyfish they eat.
What is it?
Unfortunately, it's very common.
Dr. Tracy Mintzer with FAU says an abundance of plastic in the oceans has been a concern of scientists since at least the 1970s. But clearly a solution is still needed.
Worldwide, upwards of 20 million metric tons of plastic enter the oceans every year.
Arrington and Young took me to the shoreline along the St. Lucie Inlet.
It's just everywhere. It's all up in the bushes.
Where they tried to do their part.
Why isn't this the #1 topic in our world right now?
Every 5 feet, you'll probably pick up about 20 pieces of trash.
Experts say the plastics get here in many ways. Mintzer says even if plastic stopped entering the ocean completely today, it might take decades to see some big changes.
The ocean's actually pretty robust and in many ways can clear itself fairly quickly.
That's why Arrington hopes images like this one encourage people to do their part, whether it's through beach cleanups, using fewer single-use plastics, and being careful with how your plastics are disposed. Megan McRoberts, WPTV, News Channel 5.
Now get excited. The Martin County Fair starts on Friday, and it runs through February 20th in Stewart. Amid the coronavirus pandemic, said Fair Manager Jay Spicer, "Come out and live a little," Spicer said. Most of the fair is outdoors. All the food, all the entertainment. There's no reason why, if Universal Studios and Disney World can operate safely, safely that we can't in a smaller event. Martin County will be the fourth fair in Florida in 2021, he said, and it's taking cues from the South Florida Fair and the Manatee County Fair, both held in January. Those fairs followed Centers for Disease Control and Prevention safety guidelines, and no outbreaks were reported as a result, according to Spicer. He expects other upcoming county fairs from across the state to see how Martin County operates. Others have already done it, Spicer said. We're just following a successful formula. Florida is marking another COVID-19 vaccination milestone. The latest health department report shows more than 2 million people have now received the shots, including almost 7,000 who are fully vaccinated.
The governor announcing the state will receive about 325,000 initial doses of the COVID-19 vaccine this week compared to 307,000 last week. That doesn't include the vials being sent to pharmacies like Publix and soon Walmart.
We're not going to rest until every senior that wants a shot gets a shot.
Ron DeSantis says with the additional doses, they're able to expand their homebound program to include Bay of Pigs invasion veterans.
We are inspired by folks that have been willing to stand up and fight for freedom.
He estimates about 1.5 million 65 plus have already received at least one shot. Erica Rodriguez, Miami.
Another 119 deaths in Florida are blamed on the coronavirus. The Department of Health reporting more than 5,700 new cases. Lastly, the city of Port St. Lucie is holding a virtual public meeting tomorrow night, Tuesday, to get feedback. Actually, tonight, make that tonight, Tuesday, to get feedback about proposed improvements for St. James Drive in Port St. Lucie. The recommendations include larger sidewalks, colored bike lanes, and lighted crossings to slow down traffic. The virtual meeting will run from 6 to 8 tonight. Anyone interested in attending, you can log on to our news partner, WPTV.com, for that link. Indiana Pacers assistant coach Bill Bayno has resigned, citing mental health, sources told ESPN on Monday. Bayno, age 58, began a leave of absence 2 weeks ago and worked through terms of a departure with the organization in recent days. Bayno has privately described a need to step away from the pressures and workload of the NBA grind amid the pandemic, especially in the aftermath of several personal losses, including the loss of both parents. News time 7:27. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
This will be another El Nino year, although a weaker one. So if you incurred roof damage in the last 2 years, Code Red Roofers is there to help you with all of your roofing needs. Code Red Roofers, the roofers who respond 24/7. And there are flexible payment options for metal, tile, shingle, or flat roofs. Code Red Roofers, se habla español. Code Red Roofers, 844-4-CODE-RED. That's 844-4-CODE-RED.
7:28, the time to Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together, all brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
And Evan, we've seen some fog in the area this morning, and fog looking particularly heavy northbound on the turnpike up by Fort Pierce. So northbound, southbound turnpike up that way, just use some caution. And other areas, St. Lucie County, Martin County, looking steady with the traffic. We're not finding slowdowns, and we're not finding accidents right here. There's your latest look at traffic. In Palm City this morning, it's 70, and in Lille, France, 24 and partly cloudy. Here's our weather at WPTV.
Happy Tuesday, sunshines waking up this morning to temperatures in the mid-60s and dense fog for the morning drive. A dense fog advisory remains in place until 9 a.m. This afternoon, highs in the low 80s, mostly sunny skies and a few spotty showers. Tonight, another round of fog possible with lows in the mid-60s. Tomorrow, highs in the low 80s, plenty of sunshine and light southeasterly winds. Temperatures staying above normal through the weekend. Scattered showers and storms possible Friday through the weekend as our next front approaches the state.
I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
today's litigious society, too many Americans fail to have an effective estate plan and asset protection strategy. I'm attorney TJ Heineman, and I've been counseling families, businesses, and executives for 20 years. I can help you preserve your wealth, safeguard your assets, and protect your family. My law firm specializes in estate planning and administration, asset protection, corporate law, and real estate. For a free copy of my Family Estate Planning Survival Guide or a free consultation in my Palm City office, call me, TJ Heineman, at 888-5667.
What is your quality of life? The Owen Insurance Group plans on improving it on our Quality of Life radio show Tuesday mornings at 10 on both WPSL and WSTU. Hi, I'm Gary Owen of the Owen Insurance Group. Along with Tom Bouvier, we'll help you on the road of life and make it a better one. Don't forget the Quality of Life radio show Tuesdays at 10 on WPSL and WSTU on TuneIn and Alexa.
At TMI and Associates, they've been helping individuals and business owners for over 36 years. If you own a business, find out how you can increase your cash flow by over $100,000 with just a 15-minute evaluation. And individuals, get a no-cost analysis of your last 2 years of returns to see if you can save even more. So whether it's payroll, bookkeeping, or individual needs, TMI has you covered. So give them a call, 772-971-5852.
If you have a suggestion for the show, we would love to hear from you. Send us an email to WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
This is not headline news. Actor Michael B. Jordan turns 34 today. He'll celebrate with his longtime friend, Scottie B. Pippen. Cardi B's new single is called Up. I don't know what the U is for, but I'm pretty sure I know what the P stands for. Renee Zellweger will star as a murderer in a true crime series. It's her first time to wield a knife instead of going under one. That rim shot was done on her forehead. That's tight. Only 28% of Americans think Valentine's Day is a real holiday. Here's how you know for sure. Do you have a wife or a girlfriend? Well then, happy holidays, bro. Get her a gift. And Tesla says they'll accept Bitcoin as payment. That doesn't help me. Let me know when they accept Camel Cash. This is not headline news.
Oh, there you go. It's not headline news. Yesterday we had the impossible question. It was 93% of dog owners are convinced their dogs can do this. What is it? Bonnie, what did you think it was?
I think they're convinced their dogs can see a ghost.
No, incorrect. It's smile. It is smile.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it is smile.
A big percentage of dog owners do that. And
it is smile.
Yeah, I've had dogs that smiled before, too.
Yep.
It is true.
Now it's time for today's impossible question. Okay, so here we go, boys and girls, ladies and germs. Buckle up. 50% of us have one of these in our vehicle, even though it doesn't work anymore. What is it?
I think it's a car lighter.
All right. 50% of us have one of these in our vehicle, even though it does not work
As
anymore.
I scream out the right answer, right, Evan?
Okay, I'm not going to say what it is, but we'll give you the answer either later on this morning or tomorrow, without a doubt.
And now it's time for Stupid News.
It's so stupid and awesome.
Where we ask the important questions.
Are some people too stupid to live?
Why are people so stupid?
Are you effing stupid?
Oh, yeah, time to head over to Stafford, Virginia. Stafford, Virginia, where a peeping creep spying on a women's locker room got what was coming to him when he fell through the ceiling.
A woman's locker room.
A woman's locker room. Brian Anthony Joes, 41 years old, was peering into the women's change rooms at One Life Fitness from his secret perch 10 feet above. And then part of the ceiling collapsed, and he fell right on his arse.
Could you picture that?
The police report says that Joe came crashing down, landing on one woman.
Oh, wow.
Who kicked him where the sun don't shine, and then was held down by all the other women in the locker room until cops arrived.
He wasn't considering that these women actually do work out when they go there, and they're in top physical condition.
So he basically had his dignity taken away from him. Interesting stuff.
That's just a perfect
It's a
ending
great
to
story.
a perfect story, and
Yeah.
I'm glad that he didn't hurt the woman's back when he fell on her either.
Yeah, I like stuff like that.
Wow.
Let's go to Peru, all the way around the world, where attorney Hector Cipriano Paredes Robles.
Paredes Robles.
That's the guy's name, Hector
It
Cipriano
is?
Paredes Robles.
He parades around without a road?
Yes.
Is
Paredes Robles.
That's his real name?
Well, that's his name. He just became the most famous lawyer in his country after his courtroom antics went viral.
Wow.
Okay. Robles was participating in a virtual online court hearing involving a feared local gang, Los Z de Chachamaya. Okay. He thought his camera was off when he suddenly stripped off his clothes and began having rambunctious sex with a naked woman.
Oh, boy.
The outraged judge, John Chachua Torres, immediately called a halt to the proceedings, ripping Robles for having, quote, disrespected the dignity of the court. The Junin Bar Association later also called for a swift investigation into Robles, suggesting he might lose his license to practice law. Robles, who has yet to publicly address the sex scandal, was replaced in the case and faces a probe by Peru's public ministry as well.
Wow. He needs a swift kick in the rear end.
Yeah, lesson learned.
Wow.
If you're in a virtual courtroom and you're an attorney and you're done with your trial or your case, make sure your computer is shut off. Close the lid. Put a piece of tape over the camera.
And you got to be smarter than that. You used his smarts to become an attorney, and all those years you got to go and get the bar exam and do this and yada yada, and then screw up with a situation like that.
Yeah,
during
having
Zoom.
rambunctious sex while you thought your camera was off.
Not too bright.
I wonder what that means, rambunctious sex.
Rambunctious.
Jeez. Anyway, a woman has revealed how she got sweet revenge on her ex-boyfriend who she claims cheated on her. Jade Purvis shared the story of how she ended up marrying his mistress boyfriend on TikTok. Okay?
His mistress
boyfriend. Yes, his mistress boyfriend.
Oh, wow. This is getting what a tangled web we weave.
Yes. In a clip that has been viewed more than 6 million times on social media, Jade explained that she was in a relationship with her boyfriend for 3 years and was even engaged to be married when she claims that the boyfriend traveled 188 miles to cheat on her with a girl that he met on Facebook. So her boyfriend traveled 188 miles to meet up with another girl from Facebook. Mm-hmm. Jade also claims the woman in question was also cheating on her boyfriend as well. So, and this is who she'd been with for more than 5 years. Understandably, both parties were stunned when they found out. So, you know what Jade did?
She then went out with the girl's boyfriend who had been cheating with her boyfriend.
There you go.
And
you hit the nail on the head. Jade decided to meet up with the other girl's boyfriend and teach her boyfriend a lesson. The two hit it off, and they eventually got married.
Well, good for them.
Right? How about that one?
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Something good came out of this
Looking for love in all the wrong places.
Who's zooming who?
I know, right? Who's zooming? I like that.
But
I like that.
Well, at least something, turned out good from the adventure, and maybe they'll be married for a good, nice, long life.
A Florida lawyer has been suspended for using his attorney privileges to visit women in jail and record his sexual encounters with them for pornographic films.
I saw this in the news the other day, Evan, and I couldn't believe what I was reading.
The state's highest court last week suspended Tampa attorney Andrew Spark, retroactive going all the way back to July of 2019. According to a Florida Supreme Court notice, Spark abused his privilege to practice law. He used his law license to access private rooms provided to attorneys at 2 different jails in order to solicit prostitution and record the encounters for pornographic films.
Can you imagine?
Right?
Like, did the jail know that this was going on?
Not
that
at all.
They were using the
Not
rooms?
at all until they finally caught him in the act.
Since 2019, he's been doing this thing.
Yep. Matthew Leatham is darn proud to be from Florida. We know that because the 22-year-old has a tattoo of the state of Florida right in the middle of his forehead.
Well, wow.
Yeah, he's also in pretty hot water for calling 911 twice to get a ride home. A Pasco County deputy from Leatham found Leatham and offered to call him a cab, but he said he didn't have any money. So Leatham then began walking in the direction that he lives, and he called 911 for a ride. The officer caught up to him and arrested him while he was still on the line, according to the report. And when officers searched him, they found marijuana.
Oh, boy.
Okay, so he's been charged with misuse of a 911 system as well as possession of marijuana.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Let's go to Colorado, where a guy tried to outrun the cops in a U-Haul truck the other day. But you know what?
What
he
happened?
Failed. He decided to take it off-road, drove it through an old abandoned farmhouse.
Oh, wow.
And then he ended up in the hospital, and he's facing several charges.
Wonder what he was doing with it off-road. And
I don't know.
What he was.
He was trying to outrun the cops.
I wonder if they found anything illegal in the U-Haul then.
I don't know.
If the story might go on further. Yep.
The Forest Fire Department responded to a very unusual fire recently. According to a Facebook post made by the department this past Wednesday morning, Engine number 51 and Chief 5 responded to a report of an igloo on fire in the Kroger parking lot.
I think this happened over in Fort Myers, didn't it? Was it
I'm not sure.
North Fort Myers?
Well, no, because they can't have an igloo in Fort Myers. They can't. There's not enough. There's no snow.
Is this a story
ice.
about a fire truck being stolen while it was in use or something?
No, it says the crews arrived to find a single-story igloo with smoke showing and a
kind of
fire
different
inside
story.
the igloo.
Oh, okay.
The fire was knocked down, and there was no reported injuries. So I guess wherever the Forest Fire Department is, there was an igloo on fire.
Oh, wow.
Lastly, a 25-year-old guy named Ariel Hildago was driving in Larchwood, Iowa this week when he missed a curve and hit a ditch, and his car went airborne. He flew 125 feet and crashed through the roof of the house. Amazingly, he survived, although the police didn't release any word on the guy's condition, and no one was inside the house at the time. The speed limit was only 35 miles an hour, but police estimate he was going 115.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah, 115 miles an hour. He goes airborne, and he goes through the roof of somebody's house.
Yikes. I wonder if they were home and they're watching television or something.
Oof. Man, that's pretty brutal.
That is. Where did that one happen?
That was in, I don't remember.
But that is some story. Like, could you imagine flying through somebody's roof at 135 miles per hour?
Flying through the air with the greatest of ease, as they say.
Man.
Wow. That's incredible. That's incredible. So that is your stupid news for February the 9th, 2021. And from the stupid news, we go to the real stuff. Bonnie is hanging out at the news desk right now with the latest and greatest headlines for Tuesday, February the 9th. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning to you, Evan. And this newscast being brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. The FBI and the Secret Service are looking for a hacker tampered with the water supply of a city in Pinellas County. The hacker boosted the level of sodium hydroxide, or lye, in Oldsmar's water supply to potentially dangerous levels.
I think that's really the purpose of today, is to make sure that everyone realizes these kind of bad actors are out there. It's happening.
Oldsmar Mayor Eric Seidel, said the public was never in danger. A light fever, body aches, and fatigue are among some of the side effects patients are reporting following their second COVID-19 vaccine. WPTV's Olivia Michael spoke with one local expert that says the vaccine is working.
It's something to be aware of, but not to worry about.
A little temperature, perhaps some headache, aches and pains for a day, and feeling kind of fatigued.
Dr. William Schaffner with Vanderbilt University Medical Center says between 20 to 40% of vaccine recipients may experience side effects after their second dose.
It is common, but it is not the majority. Most people get either nothing or just get a bit of a sore arm.
He says the younger you are, the more likely you are to experience those effects.
Younger people actually have more of a reaction than those of us with gray hair because young people's immune systems are so much more robust than ours.
Schaffner says the vaccine stimulates an immune system response in preparation for if one day you do encounter COVID.
And in training for that, if you will, it actually begins to create an inflammatory and immune response in your own body. And as it starts to work, it can cause a few of those little symptoms.
He says while those symptoms are normal, it might be a good idea not to plan anything the day after your vaccination. If you have those symptoms or side effects after the vaccine, it does not mean that you have contracted COVID.
Be absolutely sure. If you develop a little fever, aches and pains, or a headache, or feel fatigue after you get the vaccine, that's a reaction to the vaccine in those 24 hours after you receive it. You have not gotten COVID.
In Nashville, Olivia Michael, News Channel 5.
A 6-month-old baby and a 34-year-old man were seriously injured in a crash in Martin County last night. The crash occurred along the southbound lanes of Florida's Turnpike near the Thomas B. Manuel Bridge in Stewart. FHP said the vehicle hit a guardrail, but no other details were immediately available. The child was in a child seat when the vehicle crashed, officials said. Both patients were airlifted to St. Mary's Medical Center in serious but stable condition. Hundreds of thousands of dollars in relief are still waiting to be claimed by those affected by Hurricane Irma. Though Irma hit in 2017, some South Florida families are still recovering from that storm. Irma is considered the costliest in Florida's history, including damages of more than $220 million on the Treasure Coast. Treasure Coast Food Bank has established a program to help people still struggling to recover from Hurricane Irma. Beyond offering food assistance, the program allows people to obtain home appliances, household necessities like cleaning and hygiene supplies, and financial assistance for home repairs, utilities, and moving expenses. The program is expected to help about 200 families. And if you want to find out more, you can go to stophunger.org/Irma Relief. And lastly, Mary Wilson has died at the age of 76. She was one of the original members of the Supremes, widely acclaimed as the ultimate Motown girl and the only one to compete with the Beatles in the American charts. With the two other founders, Diana Ross and Florence Ballard, Mary Wilson emerged from a housing project in Detroit in the late 1950s and rebranded the Supremes. They had their first hit with their 10th record, Where Did Our Love Go?, which topped the American charts in early 1964. Their follow-up, Baby Love, established them in Britain, where they climbed to number 1 that November. Kevin Durant will miss the Brooklyn Nets' next 3 games before being eligible to rejoin the team on Friday. And Coach Steve Nash said ahead of Saturday's 124-108 loss to the Philadelphia 76ers. Durant on Friday drove with a team employee who later that night returned a positive test for COVID-19 during the Nets' home loss to the Toronto Raptors. NBA's health and safety protocols state that any player exposed to someone with COVID-19 must quarantine for 6 days. Our news time is 7:49. Weather and traffic together will be next.
time I stepped into St. Lucie Jewelry and Coins, I figured it would just be one of my many stops on my road to the perfect engagement ring. My fiance means the world to me, so I wanted something extra special. I found a huge selection of engagement rings at great prices, and my worry about finding the perfect engagement ring was quickly replaced with exceptional customer service. St. Lucie Jewelry's over 400 five-star reviews really told the story. I finally picked a ring, and it was perfect. She was floored. And then the tears came.
Hi, this is Hawk Levy, owner of St. Lucie Jewelry and Coins. We're now celebrating 26 years, voted best diamond dealers, best jewelry buyers, and best jeweler year after year. Come celebrate with us in opening our third location at 1335 St. Lucie West Boulevard next to Publix. We invite you to take a tour of our competition, but then come see us last.
7:50 the time right now on the Get Up and Go show. It's time for traffic and weather together, all brought to you by Waterway Dermatology. Dr. Ryan Schuring, located at 1050 Monterey Road in Stewart, bringing personalized health care back to dermatology the Waterway. Bonnie?
Well, Evan, both in Martin County and St. Lucie County right now, we're looking at a good Tuesday morning ride. We don't find any accidents, including the major highways. US 1 is looking good. Just keep in mind there's a little bit of a foggy condition on the turnpike up by Fort Pierce, north and southbound. Just use caution in that area. That's your latest look at traffic. 69 in Palm City this morning, and it's a partly cloudy sky, only 7 above in McCall, Idaho. Here's our weather at WPTV.
Happy Tuesday. Sunshine's waking up this morning to temperatures in the mid-60s and dense fog for the morning drive. A dense fog advisory remains in place until 9 a.m. This afternoon, highs in the low 80s, mostly sunny skies and a few spotty showers. Tonight, another round of fog possible with lows in the mid-60s. Tomorrow, highs in the low 80s, plenty of sunshine and light southeasterly winds. Temperatures staying above normal through the weekend. Scattered showers and storms possible Friday through the weekend as our next front approaches the state.
I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
Waterway Dermatology is now open in Stewart, a new independently owned dermatology practice with Dr. Ryan Schuring, board certified for your medical or cosmetic skincare needs. Office hours 9 to 5 Monday through Saturday with extended hours from 9 to 7 on Thursdays. Serving Martin and St. Lucie counties in the Monterey Triangle Building, US 1 and Monterey Road, Stewart. Waterway Dermatology, bringing personalized health care back to dermatology the Waterway. Book a consultation at waterwayderm.com or call 561-926-6150 for Waterway Dermatology.
Hi, I'm Chris Hodgins with My Florida Insurance Broker, and I'm here today with my daughter, Sage.
Hello.
Sage, why don't you tell everybody what kind of insurance we do?
Home insurance, car insurance, life insurance, and flood insurance.
If you've had a rate hike or 2 or 5, hopefully not 10, give us a call. We'd love to hear from you. Sage, what's our number?
772-617-6777.
What's the name of our company again?
My Florida Insurance Broker.
Are you looking for your dream home on the Treasure Coast? I am Eileen Simons, a licensed realtor with eXp Realty. My team and I can help you find your dream home. I bring 20-plus years experience in the residential real estate market, helping both buyers and sellers achieve their dreams. Call me at 772-200-5105 or visit our website at mydreamhomeusa.com.
No hype, just facts. I'm Casey, and I invite you to tune into the Casey Ingram Show at my new time, Wednesdays at 10 a.m. Hear from community leaders, learn about some of our great nonprofit organizations, get the latest updates from our elected officials, and meet the candidates. Even rock and roll legends have joined the show from time to time. I'm conservative but not divisive, bringing you the talk of the community. It is a fun and interesting hour beginning at 10 a.m. every Wednesday on WSTU AM 1450 and Facebook Live at the Casey Ingram Show.
Today in Ag News, some of Southeast Ag Now. Well, USDA just came out with its first farm income forecast for the year. And according to a story from Gary Crawford, it could be an unusual year for income.
When it comes to farm income in 2021, according to the USDA's first forecast,
we're going to have another above-average year.
Even though farm income will be lower than it was last year. This from USDA's chief economist Seth Meyer. USDA forecasting net cash farm income this year $128.3 billion, down almost 6% from last year. Meyer says this will be an unusual year. Commodity prices will be much higher. Overall farm income, though, will still fall.
Because government payments are trailing off, assumed to trail off from things like coronavirus food assistance and market facilitation payments of the prior years.
Farmers likely to get 45% less money in government payments compared to last year. Meanwhile, farmers will sell more product, though, at mostly higher prices.
Total cash receipts up $20.4 billion, up $11.8 billion for crops, and up $8.6 billion for livestock.
Mostly driven by rising prices for hogs on the livestock side, corn and beans on the crop side.
Net farm income is forecast at $111.4 billion, and that's down $9.8 billion, or about 1.8% from last year. So we're looking forward to a 8.1% decline in net farm income.
Gary Crawford for the U.S. Department of Agriculture.
For generations, we've worked the land. We've faced hardships and uncertainty before, but you can depend on Florida's farmers. We will continue to rise before dawn and harvest our crops, ensuring that Florida-grown fruits and vegetables are in your stores and that your family is fed. We are providers for our families and yours. We're Florida's farmers, and we're in this together.
Randall Wiseman, Southeast AgNet.
Let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
And now, time for another episode of Really Bad Ideas.
Introducing the Mani-Pedi Dentist. Now you can get your feet, hands, and teeth done all at the same time. Ooh. Sit back in the automated reclining chair and enjoy a pedicure, a manicure, and an x-ray and teeth cleaning. So save time from your busy schedule with this total experience. And we'll even toss in a quick set from road comic Shecky Goldstein.
Hey, it's great to be here. I skipped on paying my dentist one time. Now I got the underbite of my bulldog. I said my bulldog.
The Mani-Pedi Dentist and Comedy Club.
I know the drill.
Laughing gas included on your first checkup, along with toothbrush and emery board.
Could you imagine going to a dentist and you get a manicure, a pedicure, and your teeth cleaned all in one?
Hey, why not?
I mean, why not just incorporate a massage?
Yeah, all of that.
All in one.
And I would hate to keep up with my licenses on all that jazz,
Oh, man,
though.
that would be too tough.
It would be.
I guarantee Fredo has something like that going on.
I bet he does, because he's like a man of all things, and he'll even serve up some barbecue for you while you're in that dental chair.
Probably so.
Of course, he'll have to get the dental floss to get that barbecue out between your teeth.
Speaking of barbecue, I could go for some good barbecue today.
Yeah.
Wow. Now, man, we're talking about pizza a little bit ago. Now we're talking about barbecue. And, Bonnie, I'm just going to have to indulge. I think I know where I'm going to go.
You do?
Yeah, I think I know where I'm going to go because I have to take my vehicle down to the Ford dealership in Stuart and get some warranty work done on it. And there's a barbecue place that's just south on the right-hand side.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't remember the name of it for the life of me.
Is it like Smokey's Barbecue or something like that?
No, it's not Sonny's. I can't remember.
Sonny's or Mission Barbecue.
No,
we have that in
Mission Barbecue is
Lucie.
good. Mission Barbecue is good. I just can't remember the name of the place.
Yeah.
It's Bono's. Am I Bono's? Is that it? Bono's? I think it's Bono's.
Is it?
Is that what it's called? Yeah.
Yeah.
Bono's Barbecue, yeah.
I could go for some, too, like barbecued chicken. You got to have the garlic bread and maybe some beans.
Maybe I'll call you when I'm done at the Ford dealership. You and Gary can meet me down there and we'll have lunch or something.
That would be fun.
Who knows? Anyway, we're coming up on the 8 o'clock hour right here at WSTU Stuart, Martin County's Heritage Station. Sheriff William Snyder going to be here with an update on what's happening in Martin County. Don't you dare go anywhere. Enjoy the Get Up and Go show band with Fredo leading our morning show band. We'll be back.
Trump on trial again. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
All parties have agreed to a structure that will ensure a fair and honest Senate impeachment trial.
Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, House Democrat managers will argue the former president incited last month's deadly Capitol attack, calling it the most grievous constitutional crime ever committed by a president.
The Trump legal team writing in a brief, the trial is going to be political theater, blaming Nancy Pelosi. Quote, the Speaker of the House and her allies have tried to callously harness the chaos of the moment for their own political gain.
Now, this all starts at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, and since it involves a former president, they will
begin with debate over whether it's even constitutional, and then a simple majority vote. Then 16 hours for House managers to make their case, 16 hours for the president's defense.
That's Fox's Mike Emanuel. That Capitol riot happened after 2 months of Trump fraud claims that the election was stolen from him. How he got involved in Georgia is now under investigation. Fox's Evan Brown is on this live.
Yeah, Dave, just days before that riot and before the Georgia Senate runoffs last month, a recording of a phone call between then-President Donald Trump, his lawyers, and Georgia Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger was made public by the Washington Post, which alleged Trump to be pressuring Raffensperger for further recounting of Georgia's presidential election. Now a complaint filed by a law professor claims the former president violated Georgia election law. Raffensperger's office is now looking into it. A spokesperson for Trump says there was nothing improper, Dave.
But a judge in Florida has ruled the school district cannot be held liable for not warning students at Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland about the threat Nicholas Cruz posed. He's the accused mass shooter awaiting trial in the murder of 17 people. Mary Wilson has died, one of the Supremes. That was one of a dozen #1 hits for the popular Motown group. Mary Wilson was 76 and died in Las Vegas. America's listening to Fox News.
Heard the good news about COVID-19 vaccines? They're here, but you can do more than wait for your turn. Here's how. Stay at least 6 feet away from folks you don't live with. And it's risky to be indoors with them, too. And masks? Well, they protect both the person wearing them and the folks around them. Wear a mask, watch your distance, and make a big difference now.
Learn more about vaccines at cdc.gov/coronavirus. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
So much is happening, but who can you trust? You need to check out Newsmax TV, the fastest growing news channel in America. Watch it on all major cable systems and see shows with Sean Spicer, Greg Kelly, Lindsey Keith, Stinchfield, and Rob Schmidt. They're giving you the real story on Biden and Pelosi. So download the free Newsmax app on your smartphone now, or watch Newsmax on Roku, YouTube, Pluto, Zumo, and more. 30 million Americans watch Newsmax TV. So should you.
For the first time since late October, the number of new coronavirus cases reported in the U.S. came in below 100,000 for a second straight day, both yesterday and Sunday. World Health Organization team that's investigating the origins of COVID in Wuhan, China, has concluded that it's unlikely that it all leaked from a Chinese lab and believe instead that it's more likely to have jumped from humans to humans from an animal. This all amid a push to get more people vaccinated.
President Biden says he wants to keep his commitment.
100 million shots in people's arms by the first 100 days.
He and Vice President Harris got a virtual look at the operation at State Farm Stadium in Glendale. From sign-in to drive-up, it can do up to 9,000 shots daily. Alongside local health officials is FEMA, where Regional Administrator Tammy Luttrell says they are learning lessons she can take to California.
And be able to set up our vaccination centers in Oakland and in Los Angeles next week.
The NFL is volunteering at stadiums this offseason as vaccination sites. Gernal Scott, Fox News.
Later today, Vice President Harris will swear in the newest Biden cabinet member.
Dennis McDonough has been confirmed as Veterans Affairs Secretary by the Senate.
On this vote, the yeas are 87, the nays are 7. The nomination is confirmed.
Unlike most previous VA chiefs, McDonough has not served in the military, but supporters point to his years of government service, including 4 years as White House Chief of Staff for former President Obama, is the right experience to oversee one of the largest healthcare systems that employs more than 200,000 people. Jared Halpern, Fox News.
After a record day on Wall Street, stocks might fall a bit. Futures are down modestly the morning after the Dow, and the NASDAQ and S&P 500 hit all-time highs. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Are you looking for your dream home on the Treasure Coast? I am Eileen Simons, a licensed realtor with eXp Realty. My team and I can help you find your dream home. I bring 20-plus years experience in the residential real estate market, helping both buyers and sellers achieve their dreams. Call me at 772-200-5105 or visit our website at mydreamhomeusa.com.
Are you looking for dental insurance? We've got you covered. With a dental plan from Emeritus, you have the freedom to choose your dentist. Network discounts keep your costs lower. Receive benefits right away with exams, cleanings, x-rays, and more covered 100% at day one. Contact the Owen Insurance Group at 772-210-1020 and we'll help you find a plan that's right for you today. Products underwritten by Emeritus Mutual Holding Company and subject to state availability and regulations.
Hi, this is Denny Artachi, host of the Today with Denny show, where we talk about financial and healthy well-being from a common sense perspective. This is a show where we cover what's on your mind, like local, world, and entertainment news. So tune in, have fun, share your story Thursday mornings from 9 to 10 a.m. on WSTU 1450 AM radio.
Are you an entrepreneur or business owner along the Treasure Coast? Well, then you should be tuning in to Small Biz Florida from the Florida Small Business Development Center at Indian River State College. Hi, I'm Tom Kindred, your host for Small Biz Florida. Entrepreneurs and business owners will learn how the Florida SBDC and IRSC can help you start, grow, and accelerate your business.
Monday mornings at 11 on WSTU 1450 and worldwide on WPSLTV.com.
Coming to you live from Stuart, Florida, the greatest little town in the world. It's the Get Up and Go show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-9788. And now, broadcasting live from their palatial studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer. 8:07 the time on the Get Up and Go show. Yeah, you know when you hear that music, you know what time it is, Bonnie, right?
Yes.
You know what time it is when you hear this music.
It's our Martin County Sheriff time.
That's right. It's time for the Martin County Sheriff's Office, otherwise known as the Caped Crusader, the Batman of the Martin County Sheriff's Office, but he doesn't wear a cape. He doesn't wear tights, but he wears a gun belt with a pretty big gun. Major John Budensiek is on with us. Good morning, John.
Good morning, Evan. Good morning, Bonnie. How are you this morning?
Hope you like that intro.
Good morning.
You scare me a little bit when you start talking about tights.
I know, right? No, I wasn't making reference to the guy that ran across the field at the Super Bowl.
Oh, heck no.
Did you see that?
I read about it, yes, but I didn't see it.
What a whack job. I mean, to wear a set of tights and a pair of shorts, and he literally sprinted from one side of the field to the other, and then he slides at the 1 yard line. He doesn't even go in the end zone.
They think he got more yardage than the Kansas City Chiefs
really.
did all football game.
The whole game.
Which is really sad.
He made his $50 that his buddies bet him, and he's on national television. He's an overachiever.
Yeah, then all they did was they slapped him with a trespass charge, $500 bond to get out of jail, and he's from Boca Raton, believe it or not. He lives down in Boca, so he's a local guy.
And that surprises you somehow?
I know, right?
It's another Florida man story.
I know, another one of our Florida stories. We didn't even need to put that in stupid news. So anyway, getting down to business, to the items at hand, I wanted to get an update on things that have been happening all week long with the Martin County Sheriff's Office. So if you could catch us up, John, that'd be fantastic.
Absolutely. Well, two things I'd like to hit on this morning, and I like to try to kind of keep you and the audience current on what's happening. But two things that are, I think, the topic of the day. One is stolen vehicles, and then our collaborative effort with our surrounding counties to recover and arrest the people responsible. So with that, in the last 1 day, yesterday.
1 day, just one day. Okay.
One day, our agency, along with, and I'll kind of go through them, but our agency was involved in recovering 4 different stolen vehicles. Now, they were not all stolen from Martin County. We did have one car. One of those 4 was stolen out of Port Salerno, and those criminals responsible for stealing that car also did vehicle burglaries. But with that, we're in 2021. We have a robust dispatch system which moves information very quickly to our deputies and then back and forth from other agencies. And then our other agencies, along with our agency, are hammering home the fact that we know these criminals, they don't know where the county lines are, they don't know where city lines are, and for years they have been using us against each other because of our lack of communication. Well, the sheriff has put a lot of money, a lot of our tax dollars have gone to breaking down those barriers, getting sophisticated equipment, and that's been paying off. So yesterday alone, 4 stolen cars were recovered. One was recovered, stolen out of Okeechobee, and our deputies, along with the Okeechobee County Sheriff's Office, were able to get that car stopped and recovered and make an arrest out in Indiantown, out on 710.
Okay, very nice.
And then Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office notified us of an inbound stolen car into our county, and our deputies actually got in a chase with that car. And, we referred our welcome mats. We rolled our welcome mats out again.
I love the welcome mats, by the way. I think that's the best thing that the Sheriff's Office has are those welcome mats.
We're very accommodating. But they worked well.
Mm-hmm.
They punctured the tires of the vehicle, stopped the chase, and we were able to take those people into custody. That car was stolen out of Palm Beach County. And then our stolen car that was stolen out of Martin County ended up in St. Lucie County, and the St. Lucie County Sheriff's Office, along with our detectives, were able to locate that car. And while they were making an arrest on the driver of our stolen car, his buddy, the bad guy's buddy, pulled in the parking lot with another stolen car. So,
oh my gosh! Wow.
We can't make this stuff up. But what we do know, and what's awesome for the citizens of Martin County is that we're clicking on all cylinders, and it's not just us; it's our surrounding jurisdictions.
Right.
We're all on board together. So I think the message is we're not living in the past anymore. We're dealing with sophisticated equipment, sophisticated law enforcement officers who are at the peak of their game, and we'll keep taking care of business. They want to keep being knuckleheads and stealing cars and doing auto burglaries. We'll keep chipping away at them.
Sometimes you just can't fix stupid, can you?
We give it a good go, but we don't seem to be able to.
Well, here's the way I look at it. If you're looking for a one night or a 2 night or even a retreat to go to, and you don't have to pay a penny at all whatsoever, the sheriff's office will gladly put you up for a couple of nights. They'll give you 3 square meals a day. They'll give you some water to drink. They'll give you a bed to sleep in. And the best part about it, it won't cost you a penny. All you got to do is steal a car, and you got free accommodations. Right, John?
It sounds wonderful, but I've tried to wrap my mind around it. There's something about that I don't want to do that. So I will. I'll go to work today.
When people are stealing these cars, is this a matter of people leaving the keys out in the ignition?
That's a great question,
leaving
Bonnie.
The cars running?
It is a great question. So we get the whole myriad of reasons for stealing a car. We get the borrowed car, well, sort of a borrowed car, or a family member has a drug addiction. They take off in your car and they go do whatever, and they just don't come back.
Mm-hmm.
We get that. We don't get that a lot. What we've been seeing a lot lately, and we've hammered this home on your show, is younger, some of them are juveniles, sometimes they're young adults. They're doing car burglaries, and they happen upon a set of keys in a car, which is what happened last night, or not last night, but Sunday night in Port Salerno. They happen upon a set of keys, and then they steal the car because it's a crime of opportunity.
Wow.
And then you do have the sophisticated car thieves that are after a certain vehicle, like F-250 trucks are a popular one for some reason. Land Rovers are very popular, but those are more sophisticated car thieves where trucks they take to chop shops. Land Rovers, one that was stolen here in Martin County. We got a hit on it in Africa. It was shipped to Africa.
Africa.
Man.
Wow.
So it's the whole gamut, Bonnie.
Oh, wow.
They're all over the map with their reasoning, but we're all over the map with our abilities to catch them, and we're going to keep doing that and keep exploring new ideas.
Do you then sometime deliver the vehicle back to the owner where it was stolen from? And
if they didn't strip it, I mean,
yeah.
A lot of times they strip these cars, don't they?
They do, and a lot of times we get in chases with them, and these criminals, they don't care. They destroy these cars. If my car was stolen, I don't really want it back. They do get them back, but they're not always up to par. You know, the way that you left them.
Hey, a buddy of mine owns a shop down on Clematis Street down in West Palm Beach, and he called me up the other day. He goes, "Can you log into my computer? I want to show you a video." He showed me a video. Right next door to him is a Jimmy John's restaurant, and the drivers, they pull up and they leave the car running, and they run in and they get the sandwiches for the next order, and they come back out. Well, apparently this Jimmy John's driver that ran in to get his next set of deliveries of sandwiches, when he got out of the car, a guy that was just standing there got in his car and drove off in the Jimmy John's driver's car.
Did he want the car or the sandwiches?
Well, I don't know what he wanted, but he took the car, and then on the video you see the guy come out with like 5 or 6 Jimmy John's sandwiches, and he throws his arms up in the air like, "Where's my car?" And it's all on video. I saw the video, clear as day. They actually arrested the guy.
Yes, that sounds like one of the more unsophisticated car thieves. We don't get that a lot around here. You know, our population not generally sticking around on street corners waiting to jump in a car. But I wouldn't recommend leaving your car running.
No,
under any circumstances.
No, that's not exactly a smart thing to do. Let's switch gears, if we could, no pun intended there, and talk about how crime has been since the beginning of the year in Martin County, if you would.
We do not have a definitive report, but we think our UCRs, which is our Uniform Crime Report, has come out. It hasn't been certified yet.
Okay.
But right now, it's looking like we've had a downtick in crime, and, you know, Martin County is looking good as far as our UCR reports. Now, the sheriff always cautions, don't get too excited about your UCRs, because one day you're good and then the next day you're not, and it's really no fault of, it can be, but it's generally not a fault of the agency. It's a fault of, you know, the criminal element doing what they do. So right now we're looking good. We have not analyzed the data, but we will try to figure out why we're looking good, if we've done something right, if it was simply because people weren't out because of COVID. But we'll go through it when we officially get it.
All right. Sounds good.
Sure.
Our very special guest has been Major John Budensiek. He is with the Martin County Sheriff's Office, pinch hitting for Sheriff William Snyder. I do believe we may be starting a new format here on the program where every other week the sheriff will be on, and every other week Major Budensiek will be on as well. So we have a nice little variety, and we have more topics to talk about. John, always a pleasure to have you on the program. And, of course, you know, we have an open door policy. The door is always welcome. All you got to do is bring donuts when you come, and that's it.
Got it.
And again, on a serious note, thank you so much for being here with us all the time. We really love having you on the program.
Yes.
Thank you. My pleasure. Have a good week.
All right, we'll talk to you real soon. Time for the Precious Metals Report. It's all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Gold will be opening up at $1,842.30 an ounce, and silver will be opening up at $27.48 an ounce. That's the Precious Metals Report, and it's all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin.
The first time I stepped into St. Lucie Jewelry and Coins, I figured it would just be one of my many stops on my road to the perfect engagement ring. My fiancée means the world to me, so I wanted something extra special. I found a huge selection of engagement rings at great prices, and my worry about finding the perfect engagement ring was quickly replaced with exceptional customer service. St. Lucie Jewelry's over 400 5-star reviews really told the story. I finally picked a ring, and it was perfect. She was floored. And then the tears came.
Hi, this is Hawk Levy, owner of St. Lucie Jewelry and Coins. We're now celebrating 26 years. Voted best diamond dealers, best jewelry buyers, and best jeweler year after year. Come celebrate with us in opening our third location at 1335 St. Lucie West Boulevard next to Publix. We invite you to take a tour of our competition, but then come see us last.
It's the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie on WSTU AM 1450.
8:20, it's news time right now. Let's head on over to the news desk where Bonnie is standing by with the morning headlines. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. A Treasure Coast COVID-19 survivor said Monday that residents can't let their guard down when it comes to the coronavirus. WPTV's John Shaman has the story.
This video marks the happy end to a very difficult January for Jim Coffey.
This is not the frickin' flu. Don't mess with it.
Coffey was admitted to Cleveland Clinic North on January 3rd with COVID-related shortness of breath. 3 days later, he had to be put on a ventilator.
And all the alarms went off. And the doctors and the nurses were all around me. And I just let go, man. I said, take over.
I get the emergency call in the morning that we had to vent your husband.
Jim Coffey would be on that ventilator 17 days.
I cried my eyes out. I dropped to my knees. I said, please, God, help us.
The doctor recommended Jim's wife call their son in Alaska. Max Coffey believed his dad, a 70-year-old realtor with no previous health history, would make it.
I knew that if anyone had a chance, he did.
Jim Coffey admits he was pretty cavalier about the coronavirus.
You know, I just thought, well, I'm doing all this stuff, but it's no big deal. You know, it's nothing. It's not nothing.
His message to everyone, get vaccinated. To those in the middle of a personal pandemic fight,
you don't give up hope. You keep praying. You send energy to your loved one. That's what saved me, I believe. I really do believe that.
Now in rehab, Jim has a long road ahead, but it's getting better each day.
I even walked 50 feet without a walker.
All thanks to a dedicated team of medical professionals.
They're the best. They saved my life.
Jim says he'll be here at the Palm City Nursing and Rehab Center for another week or two before he can head home. John Shainman, WPTV, News Channel 5.
Both a stunning and concerning sight off of our coastline is raising concerns about plastic pollution and its impacts on sea life. Here's WPTV's Megan McRoberts.
I'm good with about a 20-pound dolphin bait.
Nearly 9 miles off the coast of Stewart. Gabriel Arrington shoots footage for his YouTube page, Blue Gaze.
Watch this, though.
But the focus quickly shifts from fishing.
That's sad.
As he and fellow YouTuber Kelly Young are overwhelmed by the amount of litter and plastics in the mix of lines of seaweed.
We got rope, we got plastic. You need some oil, we got you.
Their concerns peaking when a leatherback sea turtle comes just feet from their boat.
This whole thing is full of plastic. He ate some plastic. I couldn't get it all if I had to.
They look so much like jellyfish, it's insane.
Swimming and feeding in that seaweed where sheets of plastic look identical to jellyfish they eat.
Put it neutral.
You know, unfortunately, it's very common.
Dr. Tracy Mintzer with FAU says an abundance of plastic in the oceans has been a concern of scientists since at least the 1970s. But clearly a solution is still needed.
Worldwide, upwards of 20 million metric tons of plastic enter the oceans every year.
Arrington and Young took me to the shoreline along the St. Lucie Inlet.
It's just everywhere. It's all up in the bushes.
Where they tried to do their part.
Why isn't this the #1 topic in our world right now?
Every 5 feet, you'll probably pick up about 20 pieces of trash.
Experts say the plastics get here in many ways. Mintzer says even if plastic stopped entering the ocean completely today, it might take decades to see some big changes.
The ocean's actually pretty robust and in many ways can clear itself fairly quickly.
That's why Arrington hopes images like this one encourage people to do their part, whether it's through beach cleanups, using fewer single-use plastics, and being careful with how your plastics are disposed. Megan McRoberts, WPTV, News Channel 5.
A grandfather who pleaded guilty to negligent homicide in the fall of his young granddaughter from an 11th-story window of a cruise ship docked in Puerto Rico was sentenced Monday to 3 years probation, according to justice officials. Salvatore Sam Anello of Indiana had pleaded guilty in the case in October. Defense attorney Michael Winkleman has said Anello would serve probation in his home state. The girl's parents and Royal Caribbean the girl's parents sued Royal Caribbean in a civil case that is still ongoing. And get ready for the fair. Lastly, the Martin County Fair starts on Friday. It runs through February 20 in Stuart amid the coronavirus pandemic, said fair manager Jay Spicer. Come out and live a little, Spicer said. Most of the fair is outdoors. All the food, all the entertainment. There's no reason why, if Universal Studios and Disney World can operate safely, that we can't in a smaller event. Martin County will be the fourth fair in Florida in 2021, he said, and it's taking cues from the South Florida Fair and the Manatee County Fair, both held in January. Those fairs followed Centers for Disease Control and Prevention Safety guidelines, and no outbreaks were reported as a result, said Spicer. He expects other upcoming county fairs from across the state to see how Martin County operates. Others have already done it, Spicer said. We're just following a successful formula. The city of Tampa will celebrate the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Super Bowl victory with a parade.
This win was from the Buccaneer team, but this win was for our entire community. And so they deserve to be able to celebrate along with the team.
No details yet, but Mayor Jane Castor says the Bucs Parade will happen sometime this week and will be an event where everybody can participate and participate safely. News Time is 8:26. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
So if you incurred roof damage in the last 2 years, Code Red Roofers is there to help you with all of your roofing needs. Code Red Roofers, the roofers who respond 24/7. And there are flexible payment options for metal, tile, shingle, or flat roofs. Code Red Roofers. Se habla español. Code Red Roofers, 844-4-CODE-RED. That's 844-4-CODE-RED.
8:27 right now. The time on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. All brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
We're not finding any accidents this morning, including US 1, and the major highways look good north and southbound, just moving smoothly right along. It looks like a good ride. There's your latest look at traffic. Stuart, right now we have 70, and in Chichibu, Japan this morning, it's 29. Here's our forecast at WPTV.
Happy Tuesday. Sunshine's waking up this morning to temperatures in the mid-60s and dense fog for the morning drive. A dense fog advisory remains in place until 9 a.m. This afternoon, highs in the low 80s, mostly sunny skies and a few spotty showers. Tonight, another round of fog possible with lows in the mid-60s. Tomorrow, highs in the low 80s, plenty of sunshine and light southeasterly winds. Temperatures staying above normal through the weekend. Scattered showers and storms possible Friday through the weekend as our next front approaches the state.
I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
So, have you heard this one? A priest and a rabbi come into this radio station. Really, it's a priest and a rabbi. Right here, Friday mornings beginning at 9. Here on WSTU, AM 1450. Bring your questions and join their lively conversation with Father Christian from St. Mary's Episcopal Church and Rabbi Matt Durbin from the Temple Beit Hayim. It's a priest and a rabbi. Friday mornings at 9 here on WSTU.
Hello, this is Gary Owen of the Owen Insurance Group. We are a local independent insurance agency located right here on the Treasure Coast. I've been a resident here for 34 years and have helped thousands of clients with their insurance planning needs. We specialize in life, health, and Medicare insurance planning. Don't travel the road alone. Let us be your guide. We are the Owen Insurance Group. Contact us today at 772-210-1020 or visit our website at oweninsurancegroup.net.
The 2021 season of champions continues at Indian River State College. Volleyball, state-ranked men's and women's basketball, national champions swimming and diving, perennial champions softball and baseball are all in action. Fans are welcome. Check out IndianRiverStateCollegeAthletics.com for dates and times of all events.
Unfortunately, in today's litigious society, too many Americans fail to have an effective estate plan and asset protection strategy. I'm attorney TJ Heineman, and I've been counseling families, businesses, and executives for 20 years. I can help you preserve your wealth, safeguard your assets, and protect your family. My law firm specializes in estate planning and administration, asset protection, corporate law, and real estate. For a free copy of my Family Estate Planning Survival Guide or a free consultation in my Palm City office, call me, TJ Heineman, at 888-5667.
You're listening to the biggest little radio show on the biggest little planet, the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie.
8:31 the time right now, the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for our daily dose of space in another place. And without further ado, about to blast off into his own universe, here's Randy Segal. Good morning, Randy.
Good morning to you, sir. Well, it was on this date in history, back in 1971, that the Apollo 14 returned from the moon. Commander Alan Shepard, the command module pilot Stuart Roosa, and lunar module pilot Edgar Mitchell. They returned, and it was the last mission that astronauts had to go into quarantine for, but a highly successful mission on the lunar surface. Last year, on this date, Iran attempted to place a satellite into orbit. However, its Safar spacecraft failed to reach orbital speed, and they were unable to do so. Also, last year, the Japanese launched their Optical 7 spacecraft into orbit. The astronauts on board the International Space Station had a rather busy day. The astronauts packed up their Progress 76 spacecraft, and they got ready to have it detached from the International Space Station after spending 201 days. It was released in the morning, and the vehicle then has been over the South Pacific Ocean. A highly successful mission and a lot of junk that was sent back. But the next Progress vehicle to go to the International Space Station will be launched on the 17th and bring up new supplies and dock at the Piers module. After that, the Northrop Grumman Cygnus cargo ship will lift off on the 20th from Virginia. It'll carry about 8,000 pounds of station hardware, science experiments, and crew supplies to replenish the orbital lab on the 22nd. It'll be captured by the Canadarm2 and then installed on the Unity module, since it does not have automatic capabilities of docking, as do the Dragon and the Progress vehicles, as well as the Soyuz vehicles. On board the station, Kate Rubins and Victor Glover configured for the opening of the NanoRacks Bishop airlock. Bishop is attached to the station's Tranquility module and will be open for business as it will deploy small satellites into space. Well, today's a pretty big day, to say the least, because you have a plethora of vehicles that are on their way to Mars. The first one will arrive this afternoon at about 10 o'clock in the morning, and it will deliver a United Arab Emirates spacecraft known as HOPE. into orbit around the red planet. The hope is that they will be able to have hope bring the United Arab Emirates into the space race today, and will give them a lot of data on Mars. On Wednesday, China's Taiwan-1 orbital spacecraft should arrive into orbit, and then on the 18th, America will have its Perseverance spacecraft go into orbit around Mars, and then land sometime in May. The lander and rover of the Chang'e 4 Chinese vehicle that's on the far side of the moon has begun work for the 27th lunar day on the far side. India is getting ready to have its own manned space program. They continue to move ahead with their astronaut program in hopes of being able to launch their own people into space and not have to rely on the Americans or the Russians or Japanese, for that matter, to do so. So they continue pursuing that. China's private company, known as, which one? There's two of them there, One Space Technology Group, has launched their first suborbital rocket successfully from China. This comes as the first stage of another Chinese rocket, which is from another company, will be launched in several days in hopes of putting satellites into orbit. Landspace has completed the first stage testing and is getting ready for launching spacecrafts. Let's not forget that there is a spacecraft that's been in orbit around Mars for a long time. In fact, the MAVEN spacecraft, which is NASA's Mars Atmosphere and Volatile Evolution spacecraft, has been sending data back now for many, many years. And they believe that the Martian atmosphere time capsule on Phobos, which is one of the moons of Mars, may have a lot of data in it, and they intend to sniff out at the top of the cloud levels additional information. They know that carbon monoxide in the Martian atmosphere came from the surface and now is being spewed into the atmosphere as it is thinned out by the Martian atmosphere as well as the sun moving it around with the solar wind. The material that protects astronauts from radiation is being recognized in Europe as one of the best inventions ever. They have discovered that a new material called Invecta 2020 will be able to protect astronauts going out into space as they will line the spacecrafts with this new material. Right now, astronauts tend to get a little bit higher dosage of radiation in the current spacecraft configurations, but with the new material covering the interior of the spacecraft, they believe they can cut this down considerably, which will provide a lot more protection when we go back to the moon and on to Mars. Jeff Bezos is getting ready to leave Amazon and spend a lot more time with his company, Blue Origins. He wants to see Blue Origins continue as a major player for NASA and other countries, including getting a contract for building a lunar lander and carrying out its development. So Jeff Bezos says, bye-bye, Amazon. Hello, space. The Republic of Korea is going to be spending $549 million on space programs in 2021. The government of the Republic of Korea says that they also want to have more probes going into space. They have created several satellites already that have flown, but they want to devote more money to research, including probing the moon. Finally, after 11 years waiting for a new cadre of astronauts, the European Space Agency says, we're ready. So now they will start looking for the first time in 11 years for men and women to join their Space Corps. It comes at the same time that the Russians are preparing to add at least 4 astronauts to their group of cosmonauts. Tomorrow we hope to tell you about the successful orbiting of Mars, as well as what else is happening above us and around us. So until then, have a great day, everybody.
That's Randy Segal with the Space Report. He's on the program each and every weekday, Monday through Friday, at right around 8:30, giving us the latest and greatest about all things happening in NASA. You know, this music just puts me in such a great festive mood. It makes me hungry. And, you know, when I get hungry, there's only one place I really think about, Bonnie, and it's Ellie's Downtown Deli in Stewart.
Yeah, in the festive music, and it's balmy. It's more balmy today. Like it's at a warmer temperature. So at Ellie's, you can sit outside on the patio with a glass of wine with your lunch, have a soda with your lunch. Do it outside or come inside. But when you're there, get some trio sliders, or you can order them too from Ellie's Deli. Now, with this trio, you get 3 toasted brioche sliders topped with tuna, chicken, and egg salad, tomato, sprouts, and lettuce on each, and served with a fresh side, so some good coleslaw would go with it, or a fresh deli potato salad, or get yourself a blackened chicken Caesar salad, with that romaine, the blackened chicken breast, Romano cheese, chopped celery, diced tomatoes, croutons, cherry peppers, and Caesar dressing. Ellie's Downtown Deli in Stewart now has their patio back open, and they're at 50% dining inside with a full menu for pickup or delivery. Ellie's also has full dinners available for takeout, plus their fabulous desserts as well. Call 772-781-6605 to order and pick up today. They're located at 18 Southeast 6th Street, just off Colorado in Stewart. Call 772-781-6605. Ellie's Downtown Deli in Stewart.
It is 8:42 on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for news, all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Bonnie has the headlines. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. A light fever, body aches, and fatigue are among some of the side effects patients are reporting following their second COVID-19 vaccine. WPTV's Olivia Michael spoke with one local expert that says the vaccine is working.
It's something to be aware of, but not to worry about.
A little temperature, perhaps some headache, aches and pains for a day, and feeling kind of fatigued.
Dr. William Schaffner with Vanderbilt University Medical Center says between 20 to 40% of vaccine recipients may experience side effects after their second dose.
It is common, but it is not the majority. Most people get either nothing or just get a bit of a sore arm.
He says the younger you are, the more likely you are to experience those effects.
Younger people actually have more of a reaction than those of us with gray hair because young people's immune systems are so much more robust than ours.
Schaffner says the vaccine stimulates an immune system response in preparation for if one day you do encounter COVID.
And in training for that, if you will, it actually begins to create an inflammatory and immune response in your own body. And as it starts to work, it can cause a few of those little symptoms.
He says while those symptoms are normal, it might be a good idea not to plan anything the day after your vaccination.
If you have those symptoms or side effects after the vaccine, it does not mean that you have contracted COVID.
Be absolutely sure. If you develop a little fever, aches and pains, or a headache, or feel fatigue after you get the vaccine, that's a reaction to the vaccine in those 24 hours after you receive it. You have not gotten COVID.
In Nashville, Olivia Michael, News Channel 5.
Florida is marking another COVID-19 vaccination milestone. The latest health department reports shows more than 2 million people have now received the shots, including almost 700,000 who are fully vaccinated, and more doses are on the way.
The governor announcing the state will receive about 325,000 initial doses of the COVID-19 vaccine this week compared to 307,000 last week. That doesn't include the vials being sent to pharmacies like Publix and soon Walmart.
We're not going to rest until every senior that wants a shot gets a shot.
Ron DeSantis says with the additional doses, they're able to expand their homebound program to include Bay of Pigs invasion veterans.
We are inspired by folks that have been willing to stand up and fight for freedom.
He estimates about 1.5 million 65-plus have already received at least one shot. Erica Rodriguez, Miami.
Another 119 deaths in Florida are blamed on the coronavirus. The Department of Health reporting more than 5,700 new cases. A 6-month-old baby and a 34-year-old man were seriously injured in a crash in Martin County Monday night. The crash occurred along the southbound lanes of Florida's Turnpike near the Thomas B. Manuel Bridge in Stewart. FHP said the vehicle hit a guardrail, but no other details were immediately available. The child was in a child seat when the vehicle crashed, officials said. Both patients were airlifted to St. Mary's Medical Center in serious but stable condition. Hundreds of thousands of dollars in relief are still waiting to be claimed by those affected by Hurricane Irma. Though Irma hit in 2017, some South Florida families are still recovering from that storm. Irma is considered the costliest in Florida's history. Treasure Coast Food Bank has established a program to help people still struggling to recover from Hurricane Irma. Beyond offering food assistance, the program allows people to obtain home appliances, household necessities like cleaning and hygiene supplies, and financial assistance for home repairs, utilities, and moving expenses. This program is expected to help about 200 families. And to find out more, you can go to stophunger.org/Irma Relief. And lastly, the city of Port St. Lucie is holding a virtual public meeting tonight to get feedback about proposed improvements for St. James Drive in Port St. Lucie. The recommendations include larger sidewalks, colored bike lanes, and lighted crossings to slow down traffic. The virtual meeting runs tonight from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Anyone interested in attending can log on to our news partner at WPTV.com for the link. Bucs Super Bowl hero Rob Gronkowski is making good on his I'm going to Disney World promise. Gronk visited the Magic Kingdom in Hollywood Studios on Monday, and he even met Mickey and Minnie Mouse. Our news time is 8:47. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
I stepped into St. Lucie Jewelry and Coins, I figured it would just be one of my many stops on my road to the perfect engagement ring. My fiancée means the world to me, so I wanted something extra special. I found a huge selection of engagement rings at great prices, and my worry about finding the perfect engagement ring was quickly replaced with exceptional customer service. St. Lucie Jewelry's over 400 5-star reviews really told the story. I finally picked a ring, and it was perfect. She was floored. And then the tears came.
Hi, this is Hawk Levy, owner of St. Lucie Jewelry and Coins. We're now celebrating 26 years, voted best diamond dealers, best jewelry buyers, and best jeweler year after year. Come celebrate with us in opening our third location, 1335 St. Lucie West Boulevard next to Publix. We invite you to take a tour of our competition, but then come see us last.
Time now, it's 8:49 on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. All brought to you by Waterway Dermatology, Dr. Ryan Schuring, located at 1050 Monterey Road in Stewart, bringing personalized health care back to dermatology the Waterway. Bonnie?
Well, we're not seeing any accidents. You know, it's looking like a good ride. Traffic moving smoothly on US 1 for both Martin and St. Lucie County. The major highways are nice and clear at the moment. There's your latest look at traffic. We have good-looking sunshine, too, at 70 right here in Stewart, and 7 above in Lansing, Michigan this morning. Here's our forecast at WPTV.
Happy Tuesday, sunshines. Waking up this morning to temperatures in the mid-60s and dense fog for the morning drive. A dense fog advisory remains in place until 9 a.m. This afternoon, highs in the low 80s, mostly sunny skies and a few spotty showers. Tonight, another round of fog possible with lows in the mid-60s. Tomorrow, highs in the low 80s, plenty of sunshine and light southeasterly winds. Temperatures staying above normal through the weekend. Scattered showers and storms possible Friday through the weekend as our next front approaches the state. I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
Dermatology is now open in Stewart, a new independently owned dermatology practice with Dr. Ryan Shuring, board certified for your medical or cosmetic skincare needs. Office hours 9 to 5 Monday through Saturday with extended hours from 9 to 7 on Thursdays. Serving Martin and St. Lucie counties in the Monterey Triangle Building, US 1 and Monterey Road. Stewart Waterway Dermatology, bringing personalized health care back to dermatology the Waterway. Book a consultation at waterwayderm.com or call 561-926-6150 for Waterway Dermatology.
With any business, the most valuable asset are the people and the teams, no matter how small or large the organization. Hi, I'm Catherine Culhane, Associate Director for the Florida SBDC at Indian River State College. Let us help your organization turbocharge your team. As a certified driving forces analyst, I will help management work more effectively with your people, increase and improve communication, reduce conflict and stress, better understand strengths and weaknesses so that your people are properly aligned in their jobs. Hire the right people. Let the Florida SBDC at IRSC transform your company using a customized assessment system, knowledge, and resources. Grow and accelerate your organization by turbocharging your team. To get started, contact the Florida SBDC at IRSC.
For confidential one-on-one business consulting at no cost, contact the Florida SBDC at IRSC at 336-6285. Online at irscbiz.com.
Whoa, great food.
First-class presentation, too. I'm impressed.
Do you use catering services for client seminars and other marketing activities? Do you sometimes have working lunches? Then you know how important it is to make a great impression. You'll make that great impression with chef-prepared business catering from Ellie's Downtown Deli. From simple box lunch drop-offs to buffet setup and breakdown, you'll always enjoy tasty cuisine tastefully presented. And with Ellie's Downtown Deli, going first class costs no more than settling for a mundane meal.
This is Chef Mark Muller of Ellie's Downtown Deli. Drop by or give me a call to find out why our business catering means business for your business.
Ellie's Downtown Deli, located at 18 Southeast 6th Street, Stewart, just off Colorado Avenue. Call 772-781-6605 or visit elliesdowntowndeli.com.
You're listening to the biggest little radio show on the planet. It's the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie on Martin County's Heritage Station, AM 1450 WSTU.
And as the announcer said, yes, we are the biggest little radio show on the face of the planet. Right here. Coming to you live and in living color. We have a phone call. Let's go to the phones right now. Good morning. You're on the air with Evan and Bonnie. Who's this?
Good morning, Bonnie and Evan. How are you today?
Oh, yes. It's what's his name? Elmer, right?
Elmer, yes.
Elmer, the old man down the road.
Yep.
Elmer.
And Elma is the wifey, right? Your wife's name is
Edna.
Elma?
Edna.
Oh, Edna.
Well,
Elma.
Our memory, looks like your memory's worse than mine.
I guess so. As we get older, yes.
Yeah. Ed and I are sitting out here at Lake Okeechobee here. We're fishing.
Oh, you're out at Lake Okeechobee today.
I'm jealous. Yeah. I'm jealous. It
so
would
you
be
were
nice
in Tampa
morning.
yesterday, Lake Okeechobee today. All right, very good.
Oh, yeah, we came back on Highway 70 and came strolling in and says, let's do some fishing and camp out here. So that's what we're doing.
Okay. What kind of fish are you trying to catch?
Well, Edna has a big bass. So we got some of that. We got some trout, and catfish. Catfish is always good. Yeah.
Ooh, I would like to be out there and fry some up in a frying pan.
Do they have walking catfish out there by any chance?
Yeah, they just took off down the road.
Okay. Okay. All right. Very nice. Very nice.
So, I just got done talking to my friend George there in Kentucky, and oh my goodness, I'm not driving up that way for a while. They're getting they're gonna have some bad ice, sleet, rain, and snow.
Yeah, I saw the weather's pretty cold up there in Kentucky.
Oh, yeah. There's this weekend. They're supposed to only get down to 4 degrees.
Your Winnebago will go right off the road, and that you and Edna will be in the snowbank.
Yeah, be careful. You don't want to get on the black ice. That's not good.
Well, we're going to stay away from that, So.
Well, how long are you going to be down here in Florida for?
I don't know. We're pretty close to Stewart too, So you never know. We may just drop by there.
Oh, we might be moving our studios. I'll have to let you know where we're moving to. So
Oh, don't worry. I put a GPS on that truck of yours.
Oh, jeez. Great.
So
Excellent.
how's the wife with her new truck? I saw a picture of that on Facebook.
Oh, well, it's not exactly a new truck. See, we put a lift kit on it. And we put tires on it, so it brought the whole truck up about 10 inches off the ground.
Ooh.
I kind of did that with Ed to kind of, jack her up a little, too.
Did you jack up the Winnebago?
Oh, that's her next feat, and then we're going to put some cherry bomb mufflers on it, and, we're going to, I think we're going to go out and do some racing, Get those little whippersnappers think they're fast.
Oh, okay. All right, very interesting.
We'll let Edna drive that.
Oh, okay. All right. Very good. So what's on the plan for the rest of the week? What are you doing, for tomorrow and Thursday and Friday?
Well, we're going to stay out here, do some fishing, do some, we're going to have Fredo come out, and we're going to have a catfish and, a big old dinner out here, have everyone come around the community if they want, because I know we can catch some fish out here.
Okay.
You got to get one of those fish fryers from the Bass Pro Shops.
Yeah, do you have a fish fryer?
Yeah, it's called Edna Cooking.
Oh, okay.
She fries the fish, right?
She fries everything up for you. Okay.
Yeah, we got it. It's always best to cook in an iron skillet. Oh, yeah.
Really? Why is that? Why is that?
Oh, yeah. Well, my mom used to do that.
An iron skillet keeps its heat inside of it. It's really good. That's where you can make some good biscuits and
all right.
Fried chicken, yeah.
So I have a question for you, old man, because I tried to ask George's help, and he just won't come down here from Kentucky and visit because of COVID. So we have this turkey in our freezer, but I have no idea how to cook a turkey. So any advice? And don't just say put it in the oven. See, why did I know he was going to go there? Ask a stupid question, you get a stupid answer.
Well, you got to thaw it out. Okay, so the thing is, when you want to cook it, all right. It's you're going to use stuffing, you're going to stuff the bird and all that,
right.
And you put it in the poundage, so like if you have a 20 pound, something like that, 22 pound, it's probably like about 5 hours. But you keep basting it,
Okay.
And
I got to keep paste. I got to paste it. What kind of paste do I need to put on there?
Baste. It starts with a B, not a P.
Oh, okay. All right.
Maybe you want to pee on it.
No, I don't want to pee on it.
You need a turkey baster.
Oh, is that like one of those things that's like a long tube with a ball on the end of it?
That's exactly it.
You squirt stuff at people with?
I should tell Bonnie what a baster is, my goodness.
It is
it's like putting you out in the sun and just putting some stuff all over you, get you that tan.
Oh, okay. All right. I got you. Okay.
It keeps the turkey moist throughout
you always can cut. There's different ways you can cut the skin, and you can put some garlic and some herbs underneath there.
Ooh, man, you are making us hungry.
Well, send me an email.
Here.
Send me an email if you would. Okay, it's WSTU morning show @gmail.com. Thanks for calling in, old man. Say goodnight, old man.
Good night, old man.
All right, that's the old man down the road. He's on the program each and every day.
And he's fishing.
He checks in. He's fishing
with
Edna.
Today.
He's getting
I'm so
bass.
jealous.
All right, very good. Well, that's a wrap for the Tuesday edition. We thank you so much for joining us and letting us be a part of your morning. Remember, if you have good values on the inside, you won't look for validation on the outside, something we practice here at the show. And we have lots of love, and we like to send it out to all of you. Right, Bonnie?
Yeah, and just enjoy the good-looking morning we're having.
Folks, have a great day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. bright and early. We're WSTU Stewart, Martin County's Heritage Station. The news is coming up next. Bye-bye for now.